Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted podcast. It's me, Adam Hunter. I am here with the legend, 27-time world champion, CB Gold. How are you? CB's here. What's up, CB?
I'm good, man. How's everything?
We also have Renato Laranja. How are you, Renato?
Yeah, I don't find that funny. You're already starting off on the home foot.
Sorry about that. Okay, we also have Joe the Kid Perez.
What's up? How's it going, everybody?
I want to thank our new sponsor, Blue Apron. Yes, Blue Apron is now sponsoring us. You can check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/MMA roast. You'll love how good it feels, it tastes. Create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. Don't wait. That's blueapron.com/MMA roast.
Yeah, you're going to like how good I feel and how good I'm chased as well.
Yeah, that's
Laranja apron, porra.
Yeah, nice.
I'm gonna stuff the apron part in your mouth and gag you.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
I was going to say, you don't wear no apron because then you got to pull it up to surprise them.
Exactly. I don't wear no fucking underwear, my brother. You know, that's why chicks dig me. You know what I'm saying? I rarely wear underwear. When I do, it's usually something unusual.
Like what?
You know, you never know.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the best start to any podcast.
I always wear underwear just because I don't like getting swamp ass. You know, I just feel like I have to.
Swamp ass.
Yeah.
Your swampy is gonna happen more from the steam from the underwear.
You think so?
Your asses have a chance to air out.
I don't know. I always get swamp ass whenever I don't wear underwear.
Well, you know.
I honestly, and like, you ever bring home a chick and like, you know, you're about to have sex or gonna hook up, or even when I'm with my fiance, I'm always like, I have to wipe my, even if I don't take a shit, I have to wipe my ass. To make sure I'm clean.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's just
because it's very. Well, it's a very exotic locale in
Hygienic.
there. Yeah, you know, it's dark and heavy it's deep, dark and musky.
Yeah.
You know, and in there, I'm gonna take a shower before I hang out with one of that ladies.
You take showers? Sometimes I do.
Of course.
Sometimes I have paranoid.
Well, I'm not gonna take a shower. You know, I gotta take a shower before I'm gonna engage the sexuality.
Sometimes I have like paranoid swamp ass syndrome or pss.
Yeah.
You know, that's just
Oh,
yes.
yeah, you don't want to do that, but why not have the confidence? Because then maybe she's a freak. And maybe she'll want to toss you salad or she'll want to lick your balls up and down.
Yeah.
Didn't you learn your lesson that one time where she ate your ass and fucking threw up all over us?
Listen,
let's not hash that.
On this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's talk.
But Joe's here.
Yeah, keep it clean, CB Go. Caralho.
I had a really good week. I had a show on Thursday night in Long Beach, the Laugh Factory. At the Laugh Factory, it was great. And
why we gotta start off on this?
Friday night, you know, sometimes I even me, like I doubt. I'm like, what am I doing in my life?
Yeah.
Like, just
even you, of course. Even someone who is reached the level of success.
Right. I'm like, why? Is this worth it?
I'm the one who should be saying that shit every time I schlep over here.
So
this fucking
but
place.
I ended up going to Vegas, right? I drove to Vegas Friday. I had 2 shows. One at the House of Blues, and it was like in like not in the main room. It was upstairs in the.
You don't say. It wasn't in the main room.
No, it wasn't in the main room.
But that's a surprise.
It was like members only, and it was packed. It was an extra 100 people they took, and it was just awesome. It was one of those shows I was like, man, I felt like $1 million. Then I did the Dirty at 12:30 at the
South Point.
At the South Point Casino.
Wait, it was sponsored by members only?
No, not members only. But you had to be a member.
I would have thought that would be a kind of company that would be interested in you to sponsor you.
I used to love members only.
Of course, I like that stuff too. I used to have a leather. In fact, I didn't throw away that one. I got rid of a lot of the ones, but I kept that one.
You kept members
because
only
you know what? Well, the leather one, the nice one. Because you never know when that one is gonna come back. You know, and you know what the funny stuff is? I was way ahead. You know how I had a resurgence maybe in like the mid 2000 or something like that, and I remember I said fuck that, and I used to have the curls with a lot of water on there, so they look wet. I didn't use no product in there, by the way,
right?
Just water, natural. Yep. And I used to wear the fucking members only before it came back.
Okay.
Because I was being bold.
Yes.
And I remember these fucking guys who's that? Michael Jackson? Haha, who that? Oh, yeah, were you the last member? And then, you know, maybe a year later, you see fucking Usher or somebody in there. And then all these fucking black guy who was talking shit to me about the members only. Now they're wearing the members only. They're doing it because they're fucking copying this fucking guy. Your Uncle Henach was at Blazing Trails and also blazing some punchain because I didn't wear no shirt under that one, porra.
I can see that.
And also I wear some gold chains.
Saddles.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Where the white women at? You know what I'm saying? I was the sheriff.
Right. So I did the dirty at
12
12:30.
snitzing grouping is my limit, porra.
So I did the dirty at 12:30, and it was one of those things. It was packed. I mean, it was mobbed at the South Point, and it was great because they come every week.
Are you sure you're not like Donald Trump, where you're saying, "Carayo, let me tell you, sir, every show I did, the foundation home, the members only, it was packed. It was 8 blocks that was waiting, and people is gonna tell you nobody fucking showed up, and nobody give a fuck about my comedy, but that's a dishonest, untruthful media.
That's not what happens.
That's the Jew Hun media, but except for you, the Jew this time.
I'll tell you when there's like 4 people there. I do it a lot. So anyway, it was packed, and it was one of those shows where they were like, they come every week. The same people come every week to see the comedy, and it was awesome. I was like, I was high. I was super high on the laughter.
Oh wow!
And that's sometimes like that's why you do it.
What a beautiful! That's a great story. That's beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. And I have not. I talked to you after the show about I have to lose 20 pounds.
You're already looking a little better.
Really? Yeah. I actually cut out soda. Haven't drank soda in a week.
I told you. See, didn't I try to help you?
Although I do drink Red Bull on stage. That's it. One Red Bull on stage.
You can have a Red Bull, okay, but be a grown up and drink a fucking coffee like a man.
But I cut out soda.
Look at me. What's your Uncle Henach drinking?
You're drinking coffee. Like
yeah, but what kind of flavor? What kind of flavor?
Black coffee.
Yeah. What kind of sweetener?
Zero.
Unsweetened like a man.
Okay.
When you drink think about this, okay?
Yes.
If you drink a scotch, you're going to put a sweetened low in there or a fucking sugar?
No.
Okay? No. You're going to drink that one like a fucking man.
Yes.
Okay?
Have you ever seen anyone do that?
No. But I'm saying...
Oh, I'm like, that'd be the weirdest thing in the world.
Exact. But if I'm going to have a black coffee like a man... Why I can't just drink that like a hard liquor and go like this? I'm a heel man here.
Yeah.
I don't gotta put some caramel sauce and sprinkle with nutmeg and put a fucking whipped cream on there. You know?
Right.
It's make me crazy. It's driving me crazy.
Your women like you like your coffee?
I like my
black
women.
And unsweetened?
Oh, carajo. Well, I like all that type. And when it comes to women, I take all of that
CB
one.
will be here all week, by the way.
Yeah, carajo. That's what I'm afraid of.
Try the veal.
Why you think I'm not going to be here the rest of the week?
No.
Yeah, try the veal.
So since Saturday night, I drove back to the Ice House, another packed show. It's almost like I'm afraid now because I know tonight's going to be 4 people.
Yeah.
And that's the worst when you go from such highs to like, and then that's just comedy. Comedy is the most humbling art form there is because
but it's
no
a
matter
good
how.
for.
What?
It's a good for.
It's a good for. Sometimes it is a good for people. Sometimes it's not. But there's nothing more humbling than stand-up comedy, which is why so many people, like I always think that you see certain actors, they're at their best when they're doing stand-up comedy. Eddie Murphy, I thought that Adam Sandler, when he was doing comedy, his movies were unstoppable. Other guys out there, Steve Martin.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Well, he always did comedy. But then guys stop doing comedy.
Yeah.
They say, you know what, I'm done. Yeah. I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't need to do this.
I don't want to get up in front of 5 people and 10 people. And slowly, their movies stop becoming as funny because they don't have an impartial audience telling you your shit's not funny.
There's no humility no more. Nobody's going to ever bang you down to earth. They're just going to be like, you funny, Eddie Murph.
Yeah,
we love you. You can do Bojangles or whatever the fucking movie is, and you can do,
Norbit.
Yeah, you can do Norbit. Well, that wasn't as bad as some of the other one.
Yeah.
But some of the bad Eddie Murph, Pluto Nash. Right. You can take Beverly Hills Cop 3, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're doing great, That's why, I fuck that.
No, that's what it is, because you kind of need those people to bring you down to earth.
Yeah, to show you what's really funny.
As much as it sucks, you sort of need that.
Yeah.
So anyways.
You're putting yourself out there.
And then yesterday, me and my girl started pre-marriage counseling with her pastor.
Please tell me.
I got scared there for a second.
Please tell me.
I'm like, you're not even married? You got problems already?
Well,
it's because you're a Jew?
No, it's just part of her church. She goes, it's us and like 5 other couples.
Why you didn't do a rabbi?
Well, I could. They have pre-marriage for rabbi.
Why you don't bring your rabbi like how you bring your lawyer? Just if he can interject.
You think I should bring my rabbi?
Yeah. Excuse me. you know, so he can tell you, you know.
Well, they're talking a lot about the Old Testament anyway, most of it. But I mean, they bring up Jesus a lot in this people.
They talk about the old testicles. What?
Not your old testicles. Don't talk about your testicles.
No,
the Old Testament.
Oh, okay. Because I know they do circumcisions on there, but I didn't know they had something to do with the testicle.
No. The Old Testament.
Okay.
Yeah. So
is this like that movie License to Wed?
I know it's that movie.
I don't know that movie. Get that movie out of here.
Robin Williams, John Krasinski, Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore's in that movie?
Yeah. But
I know
Robin
that fucking
Williams
movie.
Was the pastor.
Yeah, Robin Williams. That's the one that made him to kill himself. But you know what? No, you know what? God bless his heart. I feel bad that I even said that because Robin Williams was one of my favorite of all.
Was he your favorite?
No, I said one of that ones.
Yeah.
God, are you? Let's not get crazy.
Our comedy club's big in Brazil?
Yeah, the best. Uncle Shacky, Uncle Joao's Comedy Factory.
Yes.
And all that kind of shit.
All right. That's
yeah.
Gracie Giggles.
Oh, yeah, all that kind of one.
Yeah, that's good. The Gracie Giggle Hut.
The Zeffirino Zoo.
Yeah, that's right. All that. Yeah, the comedians. Also, they have the morning zoo where they have that kind of same kind of shit. Okay. But yeah, I always like Robin Williams because he can do comedy and crazy shit, but he could also do some of the best drama.
Absolutely.
And one of his unsung performance that I remember from when I was a young man was the movie Moscow on the Hudson. Yes. And a lot of people don't remember that one, but he played a Russian guy who was de facto America, who was like a saxophone player. It sounds kind of boring, but that shit was heartbreaking.
That's good. Now, Joe, how was your weekend?
Oh, man. Last week I came on the show and I announced that I'm abstinent.
Yes.
Trying to remain abstinent.
For what?
Partially.
You're trying to remain that way?
Yeah, I'm trying now.
And
I don't think he knows the meaning of the word.
You're sure that's not just you hedging your bets? So yeah, like when you finally get laid, you're gonna be like, I decided to not.
Well, man, I looked at all the girls.
Fucking guy.
Looked at all the girls that I was with, and I said, I could have gotten some serious trouble.
Yeah, that was a motley crew of fucking.
Could have got someone
gargoyles that you was fucking with. Young ones,
STD.
13,
like
73.
Yeah,
and they're playing clarinets.
That bar.
Yeah, they play or the first one they're playing the clarinet or the oboe or whatever, and the fucking guy come up.
But yeah, now I'm trying to go back to my old virgin ways. I'm going to church now. I feel like I've been reborn in like a religious body.
Reborn.
He's had sex 3 fucking times.
You've had sex 3 times, though, right?
I ain't saying I have. Maybe I'm still a virgin.
Oh my
No,
God.
You fucking a girl.
Shit.
You got a girlfriend in Canada somewhere. You've been fucking the hell out of her.
Nope.
But she's not around.
I think she got deported back to Argentina.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I like Argentina.
I've been going to church now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. What you learning today?
Well, I don't really
Holy
pay
water
attention
burns.
to church. Just play poker on my phone.
Right.
But who pays attention in church anyways? It's not even a
We
big
play
deal.
poker on your phone in church?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. But
Why you don't save your fucking energy and just stay home?
Well, I'm trying to change my ways of life. I don't want to be with these girls no more. These dirty girls on Tinder. I didn't delete Tinder yet. I'm going to get to it though.
But are you still going on dates?
No.
Would you if someone said yes?
Well, it depends.
Oh my God.
Why you don't go on Christian Mingle?
Well,
and then hold hand. You don't have to fuck that one. You can just go to the movies and go to the soda fountain and get a strawberry phosphate.
Well, the thing is, I don't really want a girl right now. I'm just trying to focus on school.
Is that why you're on farmersonly.com?
Well, I'm on no dating websites. I'm still on Tinder though, and
Okay.
OkCupid. And
When was the last time you got laid?
Yesterday. No big deal, but yesterday.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
But I'm abstinent.
When was the last
now.
time you got laid, for real?
It was probably maybe a few months ago. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe a few months
Good
ago.
for you, man. Well,
Yeah.
listen, let us know how that works out.
Great. That's exciting stuff.
So, all right. UFC, obviously, 209 this week. UFC 209. We're really excited about that.
Stockton,
I'm going.
motherfucker.
I can't wait for
Yeah,
that.
I can't believe they did that one in stock. That was tailor made to do one in Stockton.
Yeah, but do they have any arenas there?
Yes,
More
they
than,
do.
8
I think.
people?
I think they got it. Yeah, I feel like they do have that, and they could have used the boost to the economy, all that kind of. I don't know what the fuck happened to that.
Ridiculous.
Why
So
wouldn't they did that?
So we got Woodley versus Thompson in the main event. I think Tyron Woodley's going to win this fight. I think he's. I don't know. I think he's going to catch Thompson early, probably too. I think he's going to let his hands go. Training with Sage Northcutt. It's probably that's Northcutt's not Stephen Thompson, but he's a very, very high level karate guy.
Yeah, but he wasn't. What now? I can reveal this because Woodley has revealed this. But what I knew that nobody else knew was that he didn't just train with, everybody thought, he's just training with Sage Northcutt or whatever. Do you know who Hammond Daniels is?
The jiu-jitsu guy?
The jiu-jitsu guy? No.
Oh. No,
okay, so he's like he fighting Glory, okay, right. And he's like the only guy in Glory who's not like well, there's maybe one or two, but who's a karate guy,
right?
And he comes from like like the same. He's like imagine if Wonder Boy was doing the same shit but was flashy like
MVP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he does shit where
he's fucking hard, dog.
And he does like spinning liver kicks, and he every fucking fight of his is a highlight. He'll knock out
Raymond Daniels, huh?
Yeah, except for the only guy he loses to in there is the one guy Nicky Holskin, who is like the Jordan of the fucking shit. This Dutch kickboxer, but this guy's a light skinned black guy. He look even more like what's his name?
Can he do MMA, this guy, or no? He says
maybe he'll do in the future, but he's just a straight up. This guy is incredible, and I think he fought Wonder Boy years ago in kickboxing.
Who won?
I'm not sure. It had to be Wonder Boy because I think he was undefeated. But this fucking guy is one of the most incredible, one of my favorite fighters. And that was one of the heel secret ingredient to Woodley's training.
I still can't figure out how Wonder Boy didn't get submitted in that third round with that guillotine.
I know why, because actually, to be honest, I'm not joking about this when I say you saw the pictures of Seiji and Chai Hon was training with me.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I was working with Chai Hon on fixing that guillotine.
What was wrong with it?
There's a lot of things that was wrong with it, but the short answer was he was. A lot of people think it's hard to finish for you jiu-jitsu guys out there, because some of you guys are gonna find this boring because you don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. But a lot of people always say, "Oh, it's hard to finish an arm in guillotine. It's hard to finish an arm in guillotine." That's not the truth. It's hard to finish it if you try to treat it like a arm out guillotine, like the regular guillotine. Okay. So I can show better on a video or something like that, but you can't, on an arm in guillotine, you can't pull back and then push him away with your legs. Like, you know how they try and they pull back and then try to straighten their legs out. You have to do the exact opposite. You have to you have to get him more to your side, and you have to touch you have to put his chin through his own solar plex, okay? And then while his chin is there, you're gonna hug his body with your guard and bring him into you like an accordion into the like imagine like a clam closing up here. And if I put that on somebody when I'm in position, I just do like this, poop, like make a little Popeye muscle.
Yep.
Split half a second, they tap.
Okay.
And no joke about that. I teach that at my seminars. Wink, wink. I teach that at my seminars.
So you're collapsing them, basically.
Yeah, but you know what? I have to show it. I can't explain it without showing that one.
Right.
Because I could, but it would take me like most of the fucking podcast.
Now, with the Tyron, when you told him that, was he like?
He was like, God damn! I wish I knew that one.
Really?
Young blood. Yeah. Because he's so strong that he's been getting away with submitting guys in his version just because he's simply so fucking strong.
Right.
And once those pythons get around your neck. But when you're tired, when the guy who's
Sweating.
in there is gonna die in there, you can't just rely on that strength. It has to be that you're cutting off the circulation.
Right.
You can't stop that. I don't care how much heart you got, how much muscles you got, how slick you are. Once your arteries, your carotid artery is closed up, there's no blood to your brain.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Like CB God, there's no blood going into his fucking brain.
I got Woodley.
You got Woodley?
I got Woodley strictly because, number one, he's got a lot of rage built up, pensive aggression, dealing with all
black hage.
He's been dealing with a lot of shit.
Yeah,
but also
most black people are doing that. They're not going to beat Wonder
No,
Boy.
but he's also he's become.
Go on.
He's become more precise with his movements, with his strikes. He's not just going to go in there wild. I think he pulls it off, man. And by the way,
he precise with his movements.
The Daniels Thompson fight was when Raymond was amateur, and it was a no contest.
Oh, what happened?
It just said it was overturned by World Combat League.
Okay. But let me tell you something. Go look up Heyman Daniels and to see the guy that also in addition to Sage Northcutt, the guy that's he's been training with.
Yep.
Because this guy is slick and nasty.
Joe, who wins this fight?
I'm picking Tyron.
Right.
The only reason I am because he's trained with Renato.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a 27-time world champion.
That's smart thinking, young blood.
Yes.
That's smart thinking, young blood. Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to put an asterisk or a caveat.
Hold on. Now, where were you and Sage and Tyron training? In LA?
We was in Brentwood. There's a place that I teach some privates out of, and I also teach a group class here at a place called the Brentwood Club. BJJ.
Were they in your group class?
No. I had them to came. In fact, if you go look at Chywan Woodley has a little thing that's kind of like his version of Countdown or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's called Champ Camp. You can see that one on YouTube.
Yeah.
The first episode. Hey, my dog. His cat, for the viewers at home, was trying to tantalize my doggy, and he was almost became fancy feast over here. That cat have a lot of balls to came by my dog. My dog is a fucking trained killer.
Well, that was interesting.
That my dog is, I call hat face killer.
What's going on with Miles and your dog?
No, they're fine.
Miles is just seeing what's going on.
He was just Miles is this is his castle, so he came to check it out. But yeah, my dog can't. He's that pussy over there. Just like her father.
Right.
So anyway, back to whatever the fuck I was talking about.
Wonder
what was
Boy, Tyron.
Yeah.
You guys were training at the Brentwood Club.
Oh yeah. But what
Champ
I said
Camp
about
on
that Champ
YouTube.
Camp.
No, but
Yeah.
you're saying just
The
because you
first
picked
episode.
Tyron?
The first episode of Champ Camp. He come to train. He shows that he came all the way to train with you, Uncle Hanach. And also shows Sage Northcutt. I showed up. I'm not gonna say what I did with Seiji.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he liked to. Hootie, get away from that one.
All right.
I don't know if he liked to reveal what but I was helping for to shore up some of the little holes in his game, because look, that kid, once he get the knowledge, I've talked about it before. I know people like to make fun of him.
Right.
Once that kid get the knowledge,
I don't think people are making fun of him. I think people are sort of upset that he sort of had. The notoriety and
he
kind of got a shortcut.
He did.
I think that's
this is
what
true.
people are upset
about.
about.
But people like to hate him and like to discredit him.
Yeah, but I think if Sage would have come up the regular way and sort of started with 12-12 and 20-20 and on the prelims, it was sort of like people hating the.
I agree.
Which is also, like they said, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I agree. Yeah, you can't hate the kid. Okay, he's just a young kid. But.
And he's a little weird.
Yeah, and I get it.
He's very weird.
I get what the whole deal is, but I'm just saying from having taught people before, I can see that some of the shit he just don't know yet. It's not that he's doing it bad. He just don't fucking know it yet.
He should be in a real camp. I mean, he went to
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, but I did my part. I did the best I could with some of the stuff, and he pick up shit immediately.
Yeah.
You teach it to him, he got it.
He's also in the wrong weight class. He's at 55.
Yeah.
By the way, some of those pictures, that kid, I don't know how you. I mean,
You mean how does he do it natural?
Genetics.
I don't know.
His legs.
That's a question.
I mean, I've never seen. I don't think he is taking.
I
stuff.
can't speak
he's
to that.
getting tested left and
Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
CB, by the way, made a steroid gesture, but he's getting tested.
Yeah. To me, I can't speculate because I fucking don't know. There's people who I thought was clean who wasn't. People I thought was dirty who was clean,
Yeah.
And I'm not in there. I don't know what the fuck that kid is doing.
Right.
So all I can say is, hey, he looked good. He did he was respectful. He listened. He came up with good questions.
Right.
I was impressed.
So if you had to grade him on his class, what would you give him?
No, he got an A+ for being a student. He's a great student.
Yeah.
He don't try to talk too fucking much like some of the guys.
Right.
And I like that. So anyway, no, it was a positive experience there.
All right. So also on this card, we talked about Ferguson versus Khabib. These two have bad blood.
Let me one more stuff.
Sure.
I just wanted to say, it sometimes might appear like I just don't like Wonder Boy or something like that because it's Tyron. To be honest, it's only because Tyron is my good friend. in reality, as a fight fan, Weendawg is one of my very, very all-time favorite fighter.
Yeah.
I love how that guy fights. I'm a huge fan. So it's kind of actually hard for me, even though I want him to lose this one. Aside from him fighting Woodley, I have never hooted against that guy in my life.
Right.
I love that guy. So it's very strange.
What if he fought Benny Magalish?
Who?
Wonderboy.
That would be beautiful to me.
Why?
Because he's gonna kick the fat body off that guy, and break to his back and put him even double hitchhiker. You know, like in Animal House, they have double secret probation.
Yeah.
He's gonna put him to double secret or double public retirement. Okay, so I don't like that guy, Vinny Magalish. If I've never made that clear.
Who would win in jiu-jitsu? Because he was an Abu Dhabi champion.
Who would win against what?
You
don't even say stupid shit.
But he
don't
was
say
Abu
stupid
Dhabi
stuff.
champion.
I don't care if he's Abu Jab or Abu Ghraib, where
Right.
they took pictures of that guy's balls and made them to stand
Like
on
Abu Ghraib?
Yeah, and they made them to stand on a thing
right.
and listen to hardcore music on that. You know they did that.
Yeah.
You know one of the form of torture is sleep deprivation.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
In Abu Ghraib.
You know what they used to do? When I saw a documentary, I was laughing, but at the same time I was imagining myself. You know, I was laughing at the creativity of how horrible the people's thinking up torture.
Yeah.
But I was also like, God, if somebody did that to me, I would want to die. They would keep these guys up for, indefinitely. You can't, and then they make them stand on a box and shit in a position and hold the position all day. And then when they were headed to die and fall asleep, they would let them to go to bed, and then they would just pump, that hardcore music?
Yeah.
Like, or what's that one that goes,
Screamo.
and they would just leave that at the volume chant.
See, I could fall asleep to that.
No, but just like imagine you're from the Middle East or whatever, and you're not used to none of that shit, and you're already at the end of your hope, and you're like, oh, poor the Americans just let me, it's over, let me just go to sleep. And then they go, oh, one more thing. Oh. You know what I'm talking about? That's interesting. I don't even know how I got to that.
Right along.
No, Abu Ghraib. Oh, okay. So let's not make it like Chiron. I mean, like Wonderboy don't have a chance. Okay, I'm not saying he don't. I would just lean toward Chiron because he got more than a fucking chance. It's gonna be a good fight no matter what.
I can't wait for it. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. If Tyron Woodley gives me a T-shirt, I will wear my Tyron Woodley T-shirt.
You heard that, Chiron?
So now, Khabib versus Ferguson. This is the fight I'm looking forward to the most because
hell yeah,
I don't know who's going to win.
That's why I wish we had Alan Jouban because he's been training with him too.
Okay, well, we're gonna have.
We
him.
could ask him some stuff.
So Khabib, look, he looks unbeatable. Although that one fight he did win, some people think he lost that one fight against. Who did he fight? He fought that the huge guy who's like
what guy?
The guy's like 220, but he goes down to 155.
In what fucking thing is that?
In the UFC when he fought
Gleison Tebow?
Yeah, against Tebow.
When did he fight Gleison Tebow? That must have been a long time ago.
That was in 2012. So that
was, we can't put too much on fucking fights that happened that long ago.
Right. That was the one fight, the one close fight he's had so far.
Yeah, but Gleison Tebow is also a savvy veteran.
An anomaly.
Oh yeah, an anomaly, and he's an aberration. I thought he came from Brazil, not Australia.
Aberration. He's deriving.
You said he's an aborigine.
So
what? Gleison Tebow is also freakish strong and have great takedowns and great takedown defense.
Right, and he's a monster.
And he also hit hard.
It seems like the guys who beat Tebow are the strikers.
But you know who did beat the hell out of Tebow and finished him?
Tony Ferguson.
Fergie.
So no, he was losing that fight, and then he called.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Did he come back in the second?
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Didn't he come back in the second?
What do you mean he was losing that fight?
Didn't he lose the first round? I'm pretty sure he lost the first round, and then came back.
I don't know what fight you're watching.
With a Darce.
He was dominating that fight.
Okay, then maybe. Oh no, I'm thinking of Barboza. Barboza was the one he was losing, and then came back in the second.
He killed. Fuck.
All right, so. Ferguson versus Khabib. Look, if he gets him to the ground, it could be three boring. I would say it's a 5-round fight.
Well,
it could be 5 boring rounds of Khabib just laying on him. Although
Tony's got great
what make you think that he's just gonna hold down Tony Ferguson? I'm curious. That's
because
what
he's done that to everybody. That's what makes you think of it. Everybody he's fought, he's pretty much held down.
Okay.
And
so that's how he wins the fight. He holds him down and he just beats on him.
Almost everybody he's fought.
And you could visualize him doing that to Fergie.
No, that's why I said it's hard for me to pick.
Okay.
Obviously, you think Ferguson.
I just can't visualize that. Like I'm okay. Like for instance, when he fought against Edson Barbosa, I was nervous because I was like, if he get caught by Edson Barbosa with one of those spinning kicks or something, he could get knocked out. And I could visualize that as a possibility. When he fought Junior Dos Anjos, I thought, porra, he better not to get, caught with one of that punches. Look what he did to Cowboy, okay? But then, so I thought about that, and I saw, God, I hope that don't happen. I don't have a nervousness about Khabib who's gonna do a kebab.
But those guys he's fought, Dos Anjos, the other.
You're not listening to me.
They don't have the wrestling.
You're not listening to me.
I am listening to you.
I'm not saying one technique over the other. I'm saying in my heart. Okay? You know that one when the crying, that one, the greatest cry ever, when he goes, and I know in my heart that I still love you.
From what?
And then the guy goes, yeah.
From intervention.
Anyway, you don't know about that, but I go, I know in my heart that I don't feel worry about that. I don't feel worried.
You're
don't
not worried about Khabib's wrestling.
I'm not worried about his wrestling. He can, of course, he can take down. He can potentially take down Ferguson. Okay, but do I think he's gonna be able to just trap him and keep him down there for 5 rounds and just beat the shit out of him? I don't believe it. Could it happen? Could I be hung? It's possible.
You've been hung before.
Not very much.
Yes, you have.
I'm well hung, but not.
Well, that's what.
But here's the stuff.
Yes. Now, by the way, are you going to call Sarah McMahon?
We're going to take care of that. I don't want to waste my calls. I don't want to waste my minutes.
Until Sarah McMahon?
Well, until she's out here. Like if she's going to be out here, I'm going to talk to her.
You're not going to set it up?
I'm not going to be like, hey, porra, you're in South Carolina. How you doing today? Oh, just thinking about you. Just thinking about your ass.
That's not your style?
No, I'm not going to. Look.
Just thinking about your ass?
Well, whatever the fuck I'm going to say about that. Well,
Have you ever had a girl that's nice with ass, Sarah McMahon?
Are you kidding me? Yes.
Do you see his Instagram?
I've had a nice and better, okay? But I like that one, okay? But I don't put that ass on a pedestal.
Okay.
Okay? But so I'm saying, of course, could I be hung? Could he just come out and maybe just destroy Ferguson? That's always there's a possibility.
I don't see that happening.
I just don't feel it. I don't
you got to give Ferguson the advantage.
Absolutely. I mean, without question. But I just don't feel like it's going to happen. I could be proved wrong, but we'll see. I just don't see it.
All right. Who do you CB?
I got Ferguson. One of the things that came out either last night or this morning that worries me is what?
Did you come out this morning? All right, go on.
Hilarious.
Go on.
Khabib came out and said he's retiring soon.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would he say something like that?
He said he's retiring soon. He's not going to be doing this much longer. And the time frame that I'm reading right now is less than 2 years.
Wow.
So
that's like half a fight for him.
Exactly. So, and he also said, this is the biggest lightweight fight in history, and he wants Conor or whatever. But like, in terms of taking Tony down, Tony has great movement off his back. Can he get up every time? Maybe, maybe not. We'll wait and see. But if he can keep the distance, and Khabib hasn't really fought anybody with the wild strikes that Tony throws. And the thing is, with as wild as he gets, he's pretty precise. So it's a very interesting matchup, but I think Tony beats him.
Joe the Kid?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody's talking about Khabib and his, he got rocked by Michael Johnson, right?
Yes.
But then no one talks about Tony Ferguson against Lando Venata. That was
got
a
rocked
crazy
plenty of times.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm thinking about who's going to fight Conor after this, and if that's even possible. So who do I want to see fight Conor? I want to lean towards Khabib.
Because in Russia, that'll be a huge fight.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
I think that Renato is being swayed by his 10th Planet brethren. I know that sometimes you go to 10th Planet with Eddie Bravo.
That's true.
And I think that, Khabib's, Tony's been there. So you're sort of like on this whole Tony thing. However, Tony doesn't train at 10th Planet. Say he's Gracie Barra, and like you don't, or Baja, and like you don't see him that much. Are you still going to be on this Tony?
I don't know. All I know is I've been around the guy in person. I've trained with him. I know what kind of guy he is.
You guys roll together?
Yeah, of course.
Who wins?
What do you think?
You.
Just keep it. I can't talk about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Especially at this time.
Right.
In these times.
Is it close? Does he ever score on you?
Look, let's put it to you this way. The way he scramble, is very everything that the guy does. Also, the way he think is very unique.
Right.
He have his own rhythm. It's like a musician that have a style where you go, wow, Thelonious Monk or something like that, where you go, I just don't see anybody think about it and do it the way the guy does it.
Right.
Maybe there's been better guys, whatever, but he's in his own universe. He does his own shit.
Right.
Even whatever jiu-jitsu he's doing is his own version of that shit. But also I'm not just doing that. I'm basing on what I see in the fights.
Right.
And you talk about Lando Venata as if he's a fucking bum. He was somebody who just was not in the UFC yet. Look what he did in his second fight.
Yeah, he's been on.
Look what he did in his second fight.
He's fighting, by the way.
Let me tell you something. That kid is gonna be a champion. That kid is a fucking animal. In a very a sense, he remind me in a way, the uniqueness. He remind me of Ferguson in that he does shit his own way.
Yeah.
And he believe in himself. So anyway, and just don't forget this. As much as that guy didn't have time to train for Fergie didn't have time to train for that guy. And there's a lot more tape out there on Ferguson than there was on
and a lot
Lando.
of guys actually that train with him. Remember, Cub Swanson was saying he thinks that Venata was going to win that fight.
Yeah,
a lot of guys were picked, even though he was unranked, unheard of, unheralded.
All the guys from Jackson's thought
like,
he was going to hunt through Johnny Ferguson. So
now, another fight that I can't call on this is Overeem versus Mark Hunt.
You can't call it?
You can't call it because, over the new Overeem, you could probably lean toward the new Overeem. But the way he was behaving when he first came to the UFC, I would have put my money on Hunt. But maybe because the smarter Overeem is here now, I can maybe to say that it's gonna be Overeem. If you ask me,
the thing about Overeem,
he have a resurgence now.
I mean, his last fight against Miocic, he lost, but he was winning. He hurt Miocic.
Yeah.
Before that, he was on a 4-fight winning streak. He beat Arlovsky, he beat Dos Santos, he beat Roy Nelson,
Yeah.
he beat Stefan Struve. He lost to Ben Rothwell.
But he looks smarter now, right?
He seems smarter. He seems like he's and Mark Hunt just got dominated by Brock Lesnar. Granted, Overeem does not have the wrestling pedigree as Brock Lesnar.
No, but don't forget, he's competed at Abu Dhabi before.
Overeem has?
Overeem, and he's known for a guillotine from hell.
I mean, Brock's win. I mean, Hunt's win over Frank Mir, obviously impressive before that, and his win over Bigfoot Silva. But Bigfoot, it seemed like anybody was just knocking him out.
I love Mark Hunt, and he's that kind of guy you always want to hoot for. You just want him to just do that crazy shit. But it's kind of almost a pick'em, but I lean toward Overeem.
I lean toward Overeem too.
Yeah.
But Overeem sometimes is his own worst enemy.
This is true.
Mentally, he gets
not lately though.
Immature, and he sort of like lets his guard down, and then he just gets.
Where it's in Vegas?
It's in Vegas. Yeah. So before we go to Rashad Evans, I want to thank our sponsor, Blue Apron, the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. Their mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. Blue Apron achieves this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients, and building a community of home chefs. I'm telling you, Blue Apron has established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the U.S. As a result, seafood is sourced sustainably under standards developed in partnership with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch. They got beef, chicken, and their pork all come from responsibly raised animals. And their produce is sourced from farms that practice regenerate farming. I'm telling you, Blue Apron can be delivered to 99% of the continental U.S. and 99.5% of food desserts. So, I'm telling you, cooking together, it builds very strong family bonds. Me and my girl cook all the time. It's some of the most fun we have together.
That's why I don't do that one, because I don't want to create the bond.
Now, research...
No, I'm kidding. I like that one.
Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often. I'm telling you, their featured upcoming meals include salmon piccata with orzo and broccoli,
Caralho.
pork chops and miso butter with bok choy and marinated apple, vegetable chili and baked sweet potatoes with crispy tortilla strips, and spicy shrimp coconut curry with cabbage and rice.
That sounds nice. You're going to cook that one for me next time I come to the fucking podcast?
Absolutely. So check out this week's menu and get the first 3 meals free.
You're going to get that one free?
Shipping, yes.
For 3 meals for free? Sign me up.
Going to Blue
I need you had that.
BlueApron.com/MMA roast. You'll love how good it feels, how good it tastes, and have incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. Don't wait. That's blueapron.com/MMA roast.
You know, I'm gonna make some of my ladies to cook some of that 3 meals for me. Which of you ladies wanna? I'm gonna let 3 of the viewing ladies who came out here. You're gonna get to fly yourself out to LA and stay at my place and cook 1 night of love and passion and cooking with me, and we're gonna cook up some great stuffs. Well, you're gonna cook up,
But
that one.
they cook for you.
Yeah,
though.
and then once the 3 meals trial is over, wow, we're gonna see if I'm gonna
Now,
keep
it
that
seems
one.
like now the girls fight over you a lot.
Wow, you know, yeah, I hate when that, you know, I don't wish that upon nobody, but yeah, I mean, if it's happened, it happened. You know, that's life. And you know, Blue Apron would probably, probably prefer if I was to do the you know, the fucking,
The read?
Yeah, the commercial next time, you know,
Okay.
because that's probably what they was bargain for when they sign up.
Probably.
And then they gotta hear your voice over
We're
there.
calling Rashad Evans right now.
Oh, hasha.
Yes, he's got a big fight against Dan Kelly this Saturday. 2-time Olympian from Australia.
Oh, that older
The
guy.
old guy.
Yeah.
He is 60 years old.
But he gonna smoke that motherfucker, huh?
Rashad should smoke him. He just can't get caught. The guy is like, for some reason Dan Kelly's like 10-1 or something. He's only lost to Sam Alvey, and he does beat guys. He finds a way to.
Yeah, he kind of just slow grind. Yeah. He slow host you like some of that Blue Apron host vegetable.
Exactly.
And what they mean, there's responsible animals that they have on there. They don't use the one who is just fuck each other and or do whatever.
No,
and don't pay child support.
Now, I heard that you don't pay child support.
You heard that?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
That's what people are saying on Instagram, that you don't pay child support.
No, I plead the.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, Rashad looked like Rashad is busy training.
Yeah, so he's fighting Dan Kelly. By the way, so Dan Kelly,
He's busy
not a
with.
guy to be fucked with.
True.
He doesn't. You can't look over this guy.
Okay, but I'm gonna look over him. Okay.
You could look over him, but it does seem like he's a guy that some people they take him lightly.
No, this is true.
And
But I feel like they're doing Rashad a solid.
this guy's record is 12-1. He has wins over Chris Camozzi, Antonio Carlos Jr., Steve Montgomery. Okay.
Look, I like this guy. I like Australia, and I like the Australian fighters, and I like this guy. You know, and he's.
Come on. Rashad.
Come on.
Go on.
But I like what he's done. You know, in judo, I respect all that stuff. But you know, I'm worried for his safety.
Now, it used to be that judo was the worst. They said basically out of all the MMA art forms, judo was probably the least effective.
Well, tell that to Caro the Heech.
Then you get guys
Parisian.
like Caro, Ronda Rousey,
Yeah.
Hector Lombard.
It all depends how you use the shit, you know?
But it does seem
They also
like,
used to say karate was bullshit. And then look at how many. It depends on
I
how.
think point karate, though.
Do you know?
Point karate, I think, is less effective.
Do you know what Wonder Boy does?
yeah,
Is point karate.
Right, Wonder
you know
Boy-
what MVP does? Point karate.
That's 2 guys, and North Korea being the third.
Excuse me?
That's 3 guys in
Yes,
MMA.
it's a trend that's coming.
You think it's a trend?
Hell fucking yeah. That people, as soon as, you know what broke open? Well, first of all, Machida, another fucking example.
He wasn't point karate, was he?
Yes, he was. Look, all those fucking tournaments, most of those tournaments is point. That's just the way it is, okay? But you go fight, you go fight Wonder Boy.
I'm not fighting Wonder
Or
Boy.
you-
I'm just,
you
I'm
let-
not fighting anybody.
I'm just saying.
as far as and I'm not disrespecting point karate, but I'm saying if you look at like the martial arts, and let's say we'll put wrestling as number 1.
You can't
jiu-jitsu,
compare. No, you
but
can
listen,
only
I know you can't. But
you can only you can only have this conversation that you're trying to have about stand-up arts because this is not 1993.
Right.
So, of course, if a guy know point karate and don't know nothing else, and a guy know hustling, I'm gonna put my money on the hustling because he's gonna nullify that, or he's gonna take it to the ground. He won't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay, but now when you taking that point karate and you giving that guy the tools to stop the takedowns, and you're teaching this guy jujitsu, you no longer have a deficit.
But I'm just saying strictly like just strictly art versus art form in a fight.
Tell me what
do you think is the most
Tell me
effective
what
art form?
striker. Tell me what striker.
Yeah.
That you would put from the UFC.
Yeah.
That you would put in a stand-up fight stand-up fighting match against Wonder Boy, where Wonder Boy would be the underdog in 170.
A stand-up striker? No, in just stand-up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying in just stand-up or in fighting.
In the stand-up arts, okay? Because you're saying that point karate.
We're not doing wrestling as a stand-up.
We are talking about. You're talking about the striking, no?
This is a whole separate argument. I'm saying that in mixed martial arts, sometimes Joe Rogan will say something like, "Oh, this is why people think wrestling is the most effective martial art in MMA."
Okay, so what you and I is talking about? You're talking about an argument that don't exist anymore. It's no longer wrestling versus karate.
I know it's not.
Versus
I know, but
okay. So what you're saying is, point karate.
Yes.
Is not as effective as some of the other striking arts like Muay Thai, boxing, whatever the fuck else, Taekwondo, whatever the fuck it is, okay? And what I'm saying to you is it don't matter the discipline of the stand-up art there. It matter how good the fucking guy is there.
Of course.
Point karate.
Of course, but that wasn't the argument.
You're retarded.
I'm not retarded.
Yeah, you are. You don't know what you're arguing.
I was talking about judo. Well, you're changing the
because
argument.
judo is one of the grappling arts.
Yes.
They're not saying judo is less effective than karate
People were
or
saying,
Muay Thai.
People were saying
hold
that.
on.
There have been articles written, many articles
jerk
written.
off. They're not talking about judo versus karate or judo versus boxing.
That's what I'm talking about right now.
What you should be talking about and what they're talking about is judo versus the other grappling arts. That's what they're talking about. That judo is not as good grappling art base as jiu-jitsu or wrestling.
They were saying
people out there.
Yes.
When we post this, I want you to tell me who you side with.
Well, you're monopolizing the argument. So
I'm gonna monopolize that one because I know what the fuck. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'll walk out of here so fast it's gonna make you head spin.
Go ahead.
I'll take blue aprons with me too.
Go ahead. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
What I've read articles about, okay, is that people used to say that judo was the least effective martial art in mixed martial arts.
The least effective grappling style is what they were talking about.
But that's not what they said.
Yeah.
That's not what they said.
Okay.
They were saying wrestling is...
Well, ask Joe Hogan, because he's the one who always was talking about that.
I'm not going to ask Joe Hogan.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to ask Joe Hogan. I don't care. I'm just saying that, people say wrestling is the best base for mixed martial arts. That's what people say.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
Except for next to... Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Capoeira.
You think Capoeira is more effective?
You have a Capoeira and then you can have wrestling.
Oh, come on.
And then maybe wrestling is the same karate. But you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
We'll ask Rashad.
We will ask Rashad. And don't put it like, what's the most effective martial art? Because that's not the question.
That's the question.
It's not the question.
You're rephrasing my question. Hey, Rashad, how's it going, Rashad?
Hey, I'm good, man. How about you guys?
Good. You're on the MMA Roasted podcast. It's me, Renato Laranja, CB Gold, Joe the Kid Perez. What's going on?
What's up, man? Just getting ready to fly out to Vegas.
Oh, how you feel, young blood?
Huh?
How you feel, young blood?
I feel good. I feel real good. Just you know how it is, cutting weight at the last little bit. You gotta, make sure you stay sharp.
Yeah. Now you gotta talk to us. What a fucking drag.
How much weight do you have to cut?
Probably about I don't know, about maybe 15 pounds, maybe.
God, are you
15 more pounds or 15 pounds total?
No, 15 more pounds. Probably.
Yeah, but he have all week. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not.
This Monday, what? We on Monday? He's
We're
good.
on Monday.
Look, just deprive yourself of spare ribs. If you're gonna have collard greens, leave out the pig feet, and do a low cal. I'm gonna give you
sodium, right? Because the sodium in the pig feet.
Of course, and I'm gonna give you a recipe for a low cal cobbler that I do when I have black women over the house.
Now, Rashad, you said this camp, the Black Zillions kind of split up. You didn't have the pressure now of training other people and getting everyone ready. You were focused just on you for this camp. Is that how it's still going?
Yeah, I was just just to myself a little bit, and I went to Combat Club. That's where most of the guys that was at the Black Zillions now train. So I still train with most of the guys, but for the most part, I did a lot of things myself and just, did my own workouts, made my own times and stuff like that. And, had my own coaches and things of that nature, just so, I get back to doing me. A lot of times that, I felt like I was, overextended just because I was trying to, be this and be that and helping out everybody else, but really not being selfish enough to do what I need to do for myself.
Now, Dan, we were talking about Dan Kelly and how he's a 2-time Olympian in judo. And then I said that it used to be looked at that judo was the least effective martial art in mixed martial arts. Before kind of Ronda, Hector Lombard, some other guys sort of proved that wrong. Renato then said he basically said that they're all pretty much, now it's different, which wasn't really the argument, but he was saying that, because I said, I would say point karate being, at this point, aside from certain people like MVP, Wonder Boy, is sort of still, on its way up, but...
he was saying that point karate is weak, is the weak stuffs, is the weakest of all of the ones. And what I'm saying is say that to Wonder Boy, because he's basing it on a UFC. He's basing that shit on a UFC 1 style thing, where it's style versus style. But you got a fucking guy who's doing the point karate. Now he can get off his point karate, and he can do it because he have the wrestling and he have the jiu-jitsu. And now, young bloods out there like Adam Hunch don't have knowledge of self.
No, what are you talking about? Have knowledge? Now that's ridiculous. Now, do you think?
I hear what you're saying, but what I think is like this. No matter what the discipline is, whether it be karate, judo, or even traditional wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much about the art itself. It's about the practitioner. When somebody finds a way to seamlessly blend it in to the other techniques that we encompass in MMA, then it can be very dangerous. Ronda was so good at her judo because her judo put her right in position to be for the armbar every single time. And, it was just, thousands and thousands of reps of just getting that perfect technique right. And, Hector Lombard is good in judo, but he wasn't so good with the armbar. So, his judo doesn't flow like Ronda's, and then you can't say, wow, it's because of the judo. So it's all about the practitioner.
Right. Yeah, so you're making my point. You know what I'm saying? But Adam Hunter don't know that. Adam Hunter don't know that because he's a big bear white looking motherfucker.
Right, of course. That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A karate man bruise on the inside. They don't show their weakness as.
That's exactly why. Now, who have you brought in to kind of emulate what Dan Kelly's going to do for your camp?
He
brought in Dan Hedaya.
I'm gonna be honest. Technically speaking, if you're looking at Dan Kelly, when you're looking at him from a stand-up point of view, he's doing nothing impressive. You know what I'm saying? Actually, if you watch him on film, you'd be like, man, he doesn't look good at all. But the guy's getting wins, and he's getting wins for a reason that is really hard to measure. You know what I'm saying? He has a big heart, and he has a championship mindset that led him for two Olympics. So. It's hard to measure that kind of mindset. So when it comes to this training partner, I just go with southpaws and I go with guys who, who's going to try to clinch, who's going to try to do the judo, and pretty much try to do, his game. But for the most part, I don't have any one specific person. I use Roddy Ferguson to work on my judo and stuff like that.
Who, Karate Ferguson?
And,
who the fuck is that?
Yeah. You don't know Roddy?
No, I thought you said Karate Ferguson.
Roddy Ferguson.
That sounded like one of your homeboys.
Roddy
Ferguson.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
I like that.
Yeah, Roddy.
Right.
Because also speaking of karate, didn't you gotta kind of be careful now of Dan Kelly karate now?
I haven't seen it.
I thought
if he got something. If he develops some new karate skills, it'd be surprising me for Saturday.
He's not related to Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly's a football player.
No,
Jim Kelly is a black dude from Into the Dragon.
Oh, yeah, that's Jim.
Yeah, he said you come hide out.
Red,
yeah.
Man.
Oh no, that's the other guy. That's my favorite guy. You talking about the black guy?
That's Jim Kelly.
No. The Chinese spare hip guy though. That's the guy. One of the bad.
Yeah.
That's one of the bad guy from Chinese Connection. Not Chinese Connection.
Into the Dragon.
He turned off the dragon. He turned off the dragon because he remember he come to the Chinese restaurant and he said, I I think I had some Chinese spare ribs. And the guy goes,
Yeah.
Chinese spare ribs? And go,
did he
you
punch
mean you don't know what Chinese spare ribs are? Let me show you, man. And remember, he hit him like that and hit that Chinese dude to the bread basket.
But you remember he was also in Into the Dragon when he was like, "You come straight out of a comic
No, yeah,
book."
but that's a different motherfucking guy.
Nah, that's Jim Kelly.
No, Jim Kelly's the guy from Enter the Dragon. The Return of the Return of the
that's what I'm
Dragon is
saying.
another young blood.
I believe Rashad. Now,
Okay.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be embarrassed when you try to go against your Uncle Hanacho on movie trivia, porra cara.
now, Rashad, I've seen you with some very fine girls. I mean, just tens. And then every time I talk to you, you say that you're not with any girls, that you're focusing on your training. What's the truth?
What's up?
What's the truth?
The truth is, you blowing up his fucking spot. And if
Okay.
he says something, because you ask your fucking Uncle Nach the same shit, and I gotta say no, because then the other one's gonna go, "You talking about this girl?"
I'm dry right now. I just been, I've been just kind of
Sure.
just in camp.
You
Really,
dry,
man.
like
You know what I
ashy,
mean?
or like,
Yeah.
like
You need some calamine lotion or some cocoa butter.
Yeah.
You need some cocoa
like,
butter on there. You dry.
The thirst ain't there right now.
I feel you.
Because it's put somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
I need to get back on track before I start to return to my old ways.
I feel you. You're gonna, after this fight, you're gonna hydrate yourself with some Kool-Aid, and you're gonna get back your sugar, diabetes, and all that, and you're gonna be headed out there. You're gonna put your Vines, your Gators, and you're gonna be headed to fucking do some stuff.
He wears Vines
Your
and
Uncle
Gators?
Henach. Vines. You don't know what he knows what some nice Vines. You know that's a cold-blooded outfit. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Rashad, I'm going to be there for this fight. I'm going to see you Wednesday at the comedy show, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. What time?
It's
10
at
o'clock?
it's at 10 o'clock. And
So you're gonna be dry from not having any fluids, and then you're gonna see some dry comedy. You're gonna be fucking dying out there.
Nah.
now,
Hey,
by the
I
way,
went to
are you
Adam's
having?
comedy show before. It's pretty funny.
Thank you. Are you having an after party at your place, or after party after your fight?
Nah, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm not really worried.
He's
about
gonna
that.
see his
Every
options.
single time I seem like I have an after party, I always end up losing.
Yeah, because you're focused on what's happening
like
later.
A bad omen letting me have after party, so I just gotta leave it alone.
I don't blame you, my brother. I don't blame you. Create your own fucking after party afterwards.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
So who's going to be in your corner for this
Yeah.
fight?
I got Tyrone Spong.
Oh, I like that guy.
Yeah, Tyrone Spong, Henry Hooft, and I have Daryl Christensen.
Nice. Have you been training with AJ at all?
Yeah, I train with him a bit. He, I see him in the gym, and we do a little bit of sparring and stuff like that. And he's looking good. He's big as hell,
Who?
like
Anthony
as
Johnson.
hell.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
Now, when you
245, 250.
Caralho. Imagine a
big.
250 fucking Humble Johnson.
when you spar with Rumble and he's 250, is he pulling his punches at all, or is he trying not? He's not trying to knock you out, is he?
I mean, he don't try to knock me out, but he's naturally heavy-handed. You know what I'm saying? And he don't wear the biggest gloves either. So even a couple come through, it can knock the hell out of you. I'll tell you that.
If I had to fight,
go
ahead.
Yeah, like he doesn't try to go out there and try to like knock me out or nothing like that. No way.
He couldn't
But
do it anyway if
we
he
give
wanted to.
we give each other some good work though. We get after pretty good, but we just don't. He just not like trying to crack like that.
Oh, good, because I was saying like that guy. I don't think there's a fighter in the UFC that hits as hard as Anthony Johnson. Maybe Mark Hunt, but that would be the only one I would think. I mean, that dude just
AJ hits hard, and he got that one hitter quitter too, boy. That boy.
I bet you
he
the
put a
Black
lot
Beast
of
hit
force
kind of
behind
hard
it.
too.
the Black Beast hits hard, but I don't think this guy Johnson's at a different level, even than the Black Beast. Him versus Cormier too. You think he just for one round, Johnson wins?
Nah, I don't think it's going one round. I feel like AJ is probably going to be a little bit more patient and just not swing for the fences right away, even when he feels like he got him. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll probably go 2 rounds or so like that. Two rounds. I think he definitely will. He definitely will catch DC. DC seems to be taking him lightly. He seems to be taking him lightly, or just kind of acting like he is, but he's not. I don't think DC's worried about him. I don't. And that could be a problem, though. That could be a huge problem when you stop being worried about your opponent and you stop being nervous about the things and the tools that they bring. Then that's when you find yourself getting caught.
Did that ever happen to you?
Hell yeah, that happened to me. Shit.
Who were some of the guys that you didn't worry about?
I remember when I was scheduled to fight Michael Bisping, and I'm like, and I had an all right, decent training camp, but it wasn't like I was trying to put a stamp on it. It wasn't my best training camp. And I go into the fight, and the first round goes pretty good, but then the second round is a little bit harder, and then he's not going away, and he seems to be getting more energy, and I'm just like, oh, shit. And then I go to the corner, and then Greg Jackson's like, all right, come on, let's go, let's pick it up. And I'm like, dude, I can't breathe. I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm like, because he's another one of those guys who, at the time, when you looked at him, you're just like, okay, he just works hard. He doesn't really have an amazing set of skills. He's just a tough guy. And then you go in there, and then he's actually a lot better than you would think, and he's a lot stronger, and he's a lot better at grappling, and he's just got a bunch of surprises when you face him, and it's just like, shit, I did not see that coming. And it's like one of those times where you go back to the corner and you're looking back like, damn, you motherfuckers lied to me. This dude is tough.
And he talk a lot of shit too, huh?
What's that?
He like to talk a lot of shit too, huh?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And we both were kind of going back and forth, so...
Yeah. He's funny with his shit because he don't.
Tough fighting than I expected.
Yeah, he don't back down. I like because he don't back down. This guy have a sense of humor. He like to talk a lot of shit. This guy.
Now, what do you think's going to happen with Bisping? You think they're going to pair him up against Yoel, or he's going to fight GSP?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're judging from his title defense last time, Bisping's a smart man, so I think he'll probably try to fight GSP.
Yeah, to make that money.
Now, who do you think? How do you think either of those fights go?
I'm a big fan of GSP, but the thing about it is, it's like you don't know what ring rust does to somebody. You can physically train and be on point, but at the end of the day, it's all about stepping into the octagon and feeling those jitters and just going through that week of anticipating the fight. And I've seen fighters who were amazing in the gym and just amazing skill set, but when they get, on fight week and the pressure's on, then they kind of, they kind of falter a bit. And GSP's been in the biggest spotlight for the longest time, but it takes some getting used to again. You just don't jump back in there like you haven't left. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and you have to wonder what that does to a guy like GSP. Does he start doubting himself if things don't start going his way with his technique and things like that? But if I was just a bet, I would bet GSP.
Because to me, I feel like I don't feel like it's gonna be the jitters. I feel like it would be the size difference. I feel like GSP is a lot smaller.
Yeah, you think that, but he's really not. He really isn't.
Well, he's at least a lot shorter.
I just seen him recently. He's a little shorter, but he's jacked. Like he's wide and just like he's pretty brolic.
How did your sparring sessions go with GSP?
It was pretty good. We go back and forth. GSP was one of those guys who, was always tough, good work. You know what I'm saying? Always good work. Whether it be on the ground or with the stand up and stuff like that. It was definitely a lot of good work. That's why I kept going out to training camps and he had me come out because we was a good challenge for each other.
Who's the guy at the gym that you were like, this dude's a world beater, and then it just never kind of happened in the octagon?
Oh man, there's a lot of guys like
Tiki.
that. I don't want to call nobody. Look at you, Adam. God damn, man. No,
I mean,
you trying to put me on the spot.
He tries. You don't have to fall into the trap.
Look, we have guys all the time. I mean, Mike Pyle.
He's trying to have people call my phone like, yo, man,
Yep. He's trying to set you up.
Baby. It's fight week. I'm drama free. I'm drama free right now.
Okay.
He tried to set you up talking about who you dating now, so you can fuck up some of your pussy game that you're working on.
So then somebody hit me up on fight week talking crazy. Yeah, I hear that.
Woodley versus Thompson. Who wins this fight?
I think the first fight, it was Woodley just kind of feeling things out a little bit, and he realized that he got started a bit too late. And I think this fight he's going to start off a little bit early, and I really like his skill set versus Wonder Boy when he's fighting to his fullest potential. And I think that now that he's familiar with him, he won't be, as I guess as cautious as he was last time. Because Tyron has the tendency to do that sometimes. He get a little bit too much in his own head, and then he doesn't start opening up until later on. Then he's like, oh, I can actually beat this guy.
Now,
I think this time you're going to see a different Tyron.
I remember when Bubba was on the show, he would always lean toward the black guy. That was always the guy he would root for if he didn't know. Are you the same way? Do you always pull for the black guy?
Nah. I don't do that. I don't do that. Especially since I got relationships with a lot of these guys that fight. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of relationship?
I don't really.
What? Thou shalt not.
Friendships.
Thou shalt not lay down.
Friendships. All right, friendships.
Thou shalt not lay down with another man.
Let me clarify that. Friendship.
You got a lot of relationship.
What's wrong with that? If a guy wants to be with a guy, there's nothing wrong with that.
I said it before. It's Adam and Steve, not Brian and Stan. Okay.
Okay.
And it's also because you can't have that because my God. And then if they do that, then it's gonna affect me.
Okay. If it'll affect.
Well, it have a negative effect because then I think about that.
Okay.
And then if what two people is doing in their house. If I think about that and it's make me queasy, I just assume, like if I'm washing the dishes and for a second I think about that two guys is together, then I'm going to go, I might drop the dish or I might just be kind of upset. So I feel like they shouldn't did that.
That's exactly why people shouldn't be gay. Okay, now Khabib versus Ferguson. A lot of people here are a lot of people are picking Ferguson. I know that Hanado.
Well, no, not a lot of people. People here because of me, but not in the world.
Hanado has trained with Ferguson. He thinks that he can't visualize a way that Khabib is going to win. I don't know. I mean, I honestly can't pick this fight. I can't pick it. What do you think, Rashad?
Yeah, it's a tough one, fight for me to pick too as well. Because you got. Ferguson, who's so creative on his feet with his striking, and then you bring him to the ground, and then he's got a very active guard, and he's very active in almost every single position on the ground, But Khabib's style is to get him on the ground and to maul him, and then to ground and pound him out. And he's one of the best I've seen do it. Just one of those guys who just can really find a position and just kind of unload on these guys and make them quit on the ground. But I don't really see him having the ability to do that with Ferguson, I mean, it would take Ferguson just pretty much exhausting himself doing too much, so then Khabib could have his way, and that's the way I see it could happening. But at the same time, I also can see Khabib getting caught on his feet with some unorthodox technique that Ferguson shoots. So it really is a tough fight. I think with the styles, I think that the later the fight goes, the better it'll be for Khabib, just because of the fact that Khabib's style is a fight of attrition, and you gotta be willing to gruel and to grind it out. And
he's never won 5 rounds though, whereas Ferguson has.
And looked good doing it.
By the way, Rashad, there were a couple fights that you were kind of doing too much. Like, I would say your Forrest fight, was that something that from experience of, like, kind of doing too much, extraneous energy that you wish you would have kind of not done that?
Why are you bringing up fights from 30 years ago?
But he's still I'm
not. I don't feel like I was doing too much. I mean, honestly speaking, like, when I fight like that, it's part of me just doing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't do that, then I don't feel like I'm in rhythm. I don't feel like I'm in timing, and then I can't do anything I can do, like to set up the finish and things like that. Those are all the things that is part of my expression that helps me go out there and win the fights the way that I was winning them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not so much like if I was doing too much extra movement and things like that, then I'll be it. But when I said, suck my dick, bitch, that was just because I was mad at the crowd. They were booing me. They were booing me. because they thought he was going to finish me, and I was like, yeah, we're going to see about that.
I like that way. I have a question for you. You know, it's funny because I became a big fan of yours, Rashad. But when you first was on the scene, and in fact, I was a fan of you on The Ultimate Fighter. But back in the day, I was a big Iceman, Chuck Liddell fan. And I tell you what, I was so angry that night. I remember I had a girlfriend at the time. I was at my girlfriend's house and we was watching that one. And when you knock him out like that, it made me like, you know, when your stomach feels sick, you know, like I felt so bad. And then when you hit him with the Fred Sanford, I was like, how could that black?
Really?
How could that?
That was amazing.
That black,
black crazy.
The devil, did that to him. The Iceland. No, but I said, but I felt bad about that. But what I wanted to ask you is, he was tough in those days. How the fuck you had so much confidence? It seemed like you knew. It seemed like you had no question in your mind that you was gonna do that. What?
You know, for me, it was just like, well, it's either going to be, you know, a bad knockout for me or I'm going to end up catching him. That's the way I looked at the fight. I'm just like...
You had confidence, though,
you know,
and nobody had confidence against that guy.
Yeah, for me, I was just like, it was truly just like a fuck it fight. Like, I was like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Wow. See?
And that was it, you know, and once I just said fuck it, like truly said fuck it, and I didn't give a fuck, everything just kind of just like started to flow. I was like, isn't
that the way in life with everything, you know? The minute you say, fuck this, you know what? I'm just going to see what the fuck, I'm going to do it, you know, and you don't try to be tight and think about it and calculate all this shit, you know? That's when you get into the zone, you know, when you're just letting in, my God, the Christian, Jesus Christ, not the Alibaba or the Jewish one that Adam. All the other ones, in my estimation, is fake and it's fantasy and it's crazy that it's silly that they believe that. But to me, listen, you don't get nothing because you Hellboy ain't here to protect.
Right.
But in my God, it's the one that you can.
Now, Rashad,
you can believe that.
You were married for a bunch of years. How many kids do you have?
I got 4 kids.
4 kids.
God,
do you want any more kids in the future or no?
Nah, you know what? I love kids, man, but
now.
Nah, I'm done with the kids. I'm done with the kids.
You're gonna end up like fucking Kendall Grove over there. Every time I look at this guy's Instagram,
she's pregnant again.
Yeah, every time, and he got a beautiful wife.
How many kids the killer got?
He's got 12 kids.
He's got like 20 fucking kids. Every time I look at the picture, the family get bigger.
He's got 8 kids,
and she always pregnant. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, just get a vasect or do something. Put an IUD in there. Or what you call that?
Every picture has like 400 likes, and they're all from his kids. That's how many kids he has.
But I'm telling you, I want to tell to this guy as a joke. Sometimes I say, "Look, man, fucking do something about this," and he's still doing it.
But they're Hawaiian. That's what they do in
Hawaii.
But
caralho, you don't like money?
They're like the Mexicans of Hawaii.
I like sleep. I like money and sleep too much.
So, all right, so 4 kids. But what if you meet a girl? I mean, what if you meet like a nice 23, 24-year-old girl, you fall in love, and she wants to have kids? You're going to deny her of the sugar?
Yeah, you know, I'm not interested in a 23-year-old girl, to be honest.
You looking for 50, 60? Maybe Dan Kelly's sister or something?
Because the thing about it is, like, you get like a 23-year-old girl, you got to go through the whole thing through life again. It's like, shit, I've already been through a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go through all of that. And that's the problem. That's the problem with even just like starting over and having a whole relationship, is just the fact that you got to start over and do all of that again. And I'm like, I honestly, I don't have the patience for it anymore.
Are you on Black People Meet?
I don't got. Nah.
He want to meet all kinds of them ones.
Oh, okay. You know, you're not on Tinder or Bumble. I feel like you'd be killing it on Bumble.
No.
Really?
Yeah, but I would never go on like that, because then, I mean, like, you know, I mean, people know who I am. That won't be a good look for me.
They're gonna think it's fake.
You know?
They're gonna think it's fake,
or they're gonna catfish the shit out of him.
You know what happens to me sometimes, Rashad?
Yeah, they're gonna catfish me. That's right.
Yo, Rashad, I've had women on Tinder who do jiu-jitsu and shit have told me to go fuck myself because of using somebody else's picture. They because they know you're Uncle Hanach, and then they go stop fucking faking and using people's pictures or whatever, like, and they get upset about it. I swear to God. And I go, no, it's me, porra. And they go, yeah, I bet.
That's why you need a newspaper every day, and you hold it up and you send them that photo.
I'll give you a newspaper.
Very creepy, CB.
I'll give you a newspaper. No, he's
creepy.
He's
That
being
fucking
nice.
proves that it's like that day and it's real.
I know. No matter what
He's gonna do that. He's trying to break you down and beat you down.
See that, but that's the thing about me. Like, I'm way too stealth to be like putting myself on blast like that, to be on Bumble and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it like that.
But can I tell you?
I met my fiance on Bumble.
So can I use your pictures then, Rashad?
Can you imagine the fucking surprise? Can you imagine the unpleasant surprise?
We should call it You've Been CB'd.
Yeah.
TV show right there.
Like catfish.
The catfish, but it's CB'd.
What would they call that? Hidden gold or whatever? Like, fuck, I want to find. Yeah.
Fool's gold.
Yeah. Oh.
Goldfish.
No, either goldfish or he said fool's gold.
Goldfish.
My God, we have copyright. Nobody else can do that one. We're gonna put pictures of yoked, good-looking young black men like Rashad,
Yes.
and then this fucking guy show up, and we see how long they get paid by how long they stay. Like
It's
on that,
$1 a minute.
boiling point.
Yeah.
yeah. You're gonna if the bitch don't
Or
like
Next
hunt out of
from
there. Yeah,
MTV.
we're gonna have that.
So,
on
Rashad,
podcast.
have you thought about possibly going to American Top Team or no?
No, I haven't thought about that.
You just
Haven't
can't.
thought about that.
You just can't, even though there's
You
good
know,
guys over there and you're cool with.
But he's already in a great relationship with a lot of guys.
Yeah.
He don't need to start another one with all these other good guys.
Yeah, I got
With all the Cuban guys over there.
Did you imagine him and Hector Lombard walking the beach together?
I'm cool. I'm cool with a lot of guys from ATT.
Yeah.
I'm cool with a lot of guys from ATT, but
Yeah, Gene Chalmers.
I don't need to go there.
Right,
I don't really
right,
need
right.
to go there.
I feel you.
Well, listen, man, It was an honor to have you on the show. I will see you Wednesday night at the show. If you're cutting weight and you can't make it, I totally understand. Either way, I will see you Saturday at your fight. I can't wait. If you get a Rashad Evans shirt, send me a shirt. I'll wear it on stage Wednesday night if you want.
Oh, you're wearing on stage? Okay, cool.
100%.
All right, I'll get
And
you some.
Rashad, if you want to go on those sites or whatever, just do what your Uncle Hanach do. They can. If somebody blame you for having that, I say, look, it's fake. That's not mine.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a profile.
Yeah.
And it'll be.
And if somebody busts you out, you say,
that's smart.
That's a catfish. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Say it's not mine. like I do with a lot of the baby that they try to pin on me. Like the kid from Menace to Society. He said, "Porra, it's not mine."
Oh, look.
And he said, "Take care of that body."
Well, thank you, Rashad.
Oh my God.
I will see you this
All right,
week.
man.
Okay,
You got
take
it.
care of that body. Take care of that body, Rashad.
All right, that was Rashad Evans.
What a nice young man.
What a great guy. There's a guy who.
What a so well, and so well spoken. He's so well spoken.
Kind of racist.
It is
to say that a black guy's well.
Why?
Because you're presuming they're not well spoken.
Well, he's so he's so nice, so well spoken, and he's also just so athletic.
Have you ever been with a black girl, Joe?
No, and I'd be very scared.
Why?
I just feel super intimidated, to be honest.
Why you think that they had?
What kind of racist shit is that?
Well, no.
Being
You know
honest.
why? He's just telling the truth.
Why? You
And
think
because
that your
he
penis
feels this
isn't
way.
big
That's
enough?
okay.
For sure.
Your penis isn't big enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let me tell you something. First of all, it's one thing to be not attracted to them. That's fine too.
I'm attracted to them. I'm
Okay,
not saying that.
so you would be very surprised that some of the black women these days, especially because there's less taboo for that, you see more and more. It used to be that black dudes was mainly the ones who was date outside the house. Now more and more I see black girls who is like not afraid to be like, yeah, I like that white boy.
And I've heard also a lot of black girls that people like say that it's not true that they all have huge cocks. I've had black women say.
I don't know a lot of black women who have a huge cock either.
No, but I've heard black women say that myth isn't true.
Well,
that not all black guys.
Well,
have
you know
huge
what
cocks.
they say. You know what they say about. Okay, look, we've all been through the. We don't need women to tell us this.
Yes.
We've all been through like YMCA or some kind of place where you see guys walking around with their dicks out. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really. No. But
You've never been around.
Well, in, like,
You've been on a
locker rooms.
fucking hustling.
I've been in locker
well, what
rooms,
the
yeah.
fuck you
No,
think I'm
never.
I don't go
talking
to the
about?
YMCA.
I
to
can
watch-
say never.
You never. Okay, whatever.
I went to
but you
private
didn't
school
play
my
no
whole life.
sports.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
no.
played sports, but I went to private school. We didn't have that shit.
What? They didn't have any privates.
They have locker rooms.
We didn't have showers in our locker room.
Wow, interesting. But more. Look, I've been around sports for a long time. I seen fucking thousands of millions of dicks. Okay,
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
You too. Why have you
Now.
seen thousands of dicks?
Title of this episode.
I don't know how many. I've heard that not all black guys have a big one. Okay,
Yes.
but in my view, I've probably not seen a lot of that. Most of the one I saw is pretty
You see
packed,
big
okay?
black dicks, yeah.
And then, but on the flip side, not all of them, but I've also some of the big ones that I saw have been a white guy.
You see a lot of big white dicks,
or
too.
let's say Puerto Rican guy or something like
yeah.
that. But
Asian guys?
you know
Have you
what?
seen
The
Asian
one
guys?
guy, one thing I hate to say this to buy into the stereotype. I never really saw an Asian guy with a big, a big schwanz.
See, but you've had Asian dicks in your mouth. Have they always been small, or?
They probably
Where the fuck did that even come
No,
from? Where the fuck did that even come from? Is it just like, oh, let's take a quick cheap shot at
Yes,
him?
well, exactly.
He's
That makes no fucking sense.
It's all, he's Jewish. We know that
Fucking
Jewish guys.
sense.
We know Jewish people like Chinese food. Okay, you suck on a Chinese dicks, and half an hour later you want to suck another one. Carayo, you're gonna go to
Fuck did that even become a topic?
you're gonna go to Genghis Cohen or Moisha P. King.
Why are you
porra.
touching me?
Because I'm gonna fucking touch you some more if you're not
All right,
fucking
go on.
word.
So you're intimidated that you're not big enough for black women.
Wait, I had but back to the dick stuff, okay?
Yes.
No, because I've thought about this.
Yes.
So
Fuck
I've never,
all of you, by the way.
aside from his investigative reporting on Chinese guy's dick, I've never seen a big old Chinese dick. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe they out
I've
there. I
never
don't know.
seen a Wang's Wang, okay?
I know, caralho.
Go
How
on.
dare you? That's hate. That's below the belt.
Go on.
This whole conversation
But
below the belt.
so what I've heard from like the white people's scientist view of why people think black guys have a big dick is because like the excuse is that you know how there's a shower and a grower.
Yeah.
They say that like black guys is showers.
Yes.
Okay. Now.
So it doesn't grow that bigger.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you see it clanging down to his knees, then it's going to be like, when it plump up, it's just going to be
I
that
don't know. I've
thing.
seen some porno.
No, exactly.
All right, go on.
But I'm saying, you know how Eddie Murphy had in that fucking, Eddie Murphy Hall, or whatever,
Raw.
where he said,
Eddie Murphy.
white people was the one who made up the fucking one, and they say, blacks have tremendous penises, but I don't believe it.
Right.
You know that one? So who the fuck knows?
Right.
Okay. I know there gotta be a lot of stereotypes, a lot of timey. They have some kernel
Yeah.
of truth in there.
Right.
You
Okay.
know?
So, but listen. Listen,
Don't patronize me, Adam
You really
Hunch.
should not be intimidated by black women.
No.
That's not the reason, though.
What's
That's
the
not the
reason?
sole reason.
Oh, what's the
Soul? Oh, it has to be soul,
That's what
everything.
I'm talking
S-
about. Racist.
Yeah.
That's racist.
What, you think all of them your soul sisters and stuff like
Is
that?
it the soul food? Is
Yeah.
that where you're going?
So what's the reason?
Caralho.
No, I'm not just looking for a girl to make love with. That's probably was.
I
what my
hate
past
when you
was.
say make love.
He doesn't know the
when the word
difference.
make love comes out of your fucking mouth,
can't have
He doesn't know the difference.
It's
though.
blood curdling.
you can't have
It shiver me timbers every time you say that.
At
I
this
gotta
point,
tell
you're
you.
fucking or having
You can't have
sex.
a
You're not
relation-
making love.
But what about like a girl like Lakeisha? Or
That's what I want to have
Yeah.
a relationship with
Shaquita?
a woman.
Yeah.
but I'd also be super like scared and nervous to like go to her parents' house for the first time. You know that awkward.
they're not gonna be
Why the fuck do you need to?
You heard what this fucking guy said over there? He said they're not gonna be home.
Why not? They could be
Because why? Because there's no father and
Bring him-
and the
bring him to
mother's
your
working.
fucking place.
So working 3 jobs, you dirty.
Bring
and
him
then
to your place.
he's the one that don't want to believe stereotype about a big dick.
Wait, so don't worry about that. They're gonna like you. Why would they
Eventually,
like you?
I'm gonna have to
You're
meet
in
her parent.
Yeah, but yeah, right.
Why?
Listen, you're in college.
Yo,
okay.
You're just
gotta-
fucking.
do you do comedy on stage?
He does.
You know what?
try.
You gotta make a joke on there where you go. Eventually, I'm gonna have to meet her parent.
That is funny.
Her parent.
Yeah, that's
you gotta
funny.
do that if you're talking about.
Yeah, that's-
It's like, but I want to go
Yeah,
out
you'll
with a
finally
black
get a
girl.
laugh. It'll be great.
You can
I
get one
can't
laugh,
wait.
your first laugh. You're not gonna get your first black woman, but you're gonna get your first laugh.
His first laugh is when he pulled down his pants. And
God,
losing virginity.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. Wait, what's your ethnic background? Because you have Perez, but you look
Slow.
like a goofy white guy.
No, I'm half white, half Mexican. My dad is Mexican.
But he looks like an Eskimo.
But what kind of white? What kind of white? He's a good look guy.
Yeah.
He have to
Wait, he's
shed a couple
Mexican and
pounds.
he won't wash your bloody sheets.
Guy.
Wait, so listen. You gotta, if you like black girls or like any girls, you can't. Life is too short.
His dick is too short.
You just said that.
You're in college, right?
Yeah.
You're getting your film degree.
What college? University of Phoenix.
Just a community college down the street.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but you're going to Northridge, okay?
Yeah.
You're a film major. You're
wow.
You're a part of the
Like
NBA Roasted podcast,
yeah.
you know? You got a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of things you have going for you. So
He sings
basically
Christmas
set my whole
carols with his
profile.
cousin.
what?
He sings Christmas carols with his cousin and then
Oh,
straddles
but
him
you're a
to go
nice guy.
sledding.
You can't be intimidated just because a girl's black and, you know.
Who gives a shit?
Well,
you're just having fun
CB
right
gets
now.
rejected by every single nationality.
That's
It
true.
does not stop him, right?
Except for CB has got his meat hooks on some good stuffs before.
no, his ex was
Okay.
cute, but she was psychotic.
But, well, whatever. Which one of them?
Which one?
Which chick is not psychotic?
All of the above.
Yeah. I mean, we've all. Can you say that
I
all
hope
your
she
ex girlfriends
listens to
not
it and hears
psychotic?
you say that because today's her birthday. Actually,
Oh well, now she knows which one I was talking about. Thanks.
you only met one.
I met a couple girls. You brought a couple girls to the haha.
I brought one to the haha,
you
and
brought
you
that
met
Mexican-
one girlfriend.
I'm sorry, fans. I'm sorry to the fans
You
in
met
advance.
one girlfriend.
You brought the Mexican chick that was cute.
I was gonna call her to wish her a happy birthday.
What
and
about the
fuck
Mexican
it up.
girl that was pretty cute that you brought?
That was like the only date we ever went on.
Shocker.
You should get some Mexican girls. That's good for you.
yeah.
Oh, man, I hate Mexicans.
You do, but you should go to
why
the
do you hate-
quinceañera. They got some young one for you that you like.
Why
that.
do you hate Mexicans?
I mean, Mexicans are some of those beautiful men in the world. But,
The beautiful men in the
Men?
world. I heard that. You can't.
I've seen a
Wait,
lot of
hold on. You
penises in
can't
my
walk
life.
that. Let's go back.
What the fuck is this?
You said is one of the beautiful men in the world.
Well, that too.
I wish I didn't have to say this, but I gotta go.
Why? What do you have to go?
I gotta go to work.
What the fuck is work? This is your work.
Wait, what
I
job do
gotta
you
go to
have?
the tattoo shop.
Okay.
What to get someone to tattoo you?
No, I'm not getting tattooed.
You do a tattoos?
No, I manage the shop.
Well, what are you managing to do over there? Watch while people
yeah.
get tattoos,
I mean,
or
do-
while some hot
do you
chick
get
is getting a
do you
tattoo.
get like a paycheck?
I don't ask for a paycheck right now.
That's not really managing the shop.
That's okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and explain.
If
the
you
whole-
gotta go,
All right, you gotta go. You gotta.
I work
go.
here and don't ask
Look,
for
the
money.
fans-
It's the same shit.
the fans is gonna be depressed because you're independently wealthy, and you should break off your
I'm
Uncle
rich,
Hanach.
biatch.
You should break off your Uncle Hanach for his troubles. God, are
You
you?
should break off Uncle Hanaj.
I'll beat you, best friend.
I'll be your best friend.
I'll break you off some of that herbal green medicine.
Well, I had the green money.
We're calling Alan Jouban right now.
Where the fuck is this guy now?
I don't know.
He's icing his knee.
Yeah, well, he's gonna.
I'm out, people.
All right. Oh,
Good day,
CB. Sorry to the fans. If any of you is still here, if any of you is still with us, please be patient and just suffer through the rest of it without you Uncle CB
brother.
Gold, cousin Goldie.
And I ain't gonna lie, I've seen a lot of penises, and when I seen them in person,
Yeah. Yeah.
I never seen like a small one in person. Like at the gym when I first joined the gym,
Yeah.
like 24-hour finish or something. The first day, of me going there, almost all the people in there were naked, completely naked.
Yeah.
Right.
And you never saw a small one because your dick is small,
Yeah.
so everyone looked big compared to you.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Look, there's other guys who has got through life. You better be good at eating pussy, my brother.
Oh.
And you better not call it making love when you say you're gonna do that to a girl.
By the way, did you watch Bellator last week?
Yeah, I did.
It was a good fight. What's his name? Almost got caught.
Who?
The champ, or the former champ.
He did, but that was a little like, okay, wake me up. That wasn't like he wasn't fucked up.
He made it seem a lot bigger than it was.
I
The
feel-
announcer is like, "Oh my god!"
Well, because it was
he
he
got
was supposed to
dropped.
destroy this guy, so he got dropped. Yeah, he did get dropped, but that was like letting him know, okay, let me respect this guy, you know.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
That other guy, the Conor McGregor clone.
I like that kid. He talk a lot of shit, but hey,
a lot of shit, but he backs
I
up.
like it. I like it.
Just
It's
back
funny
up.
though how like the guy. There's a formula for those guys now, like these Irish fighter from that camp, and they like stick out the chest and have that same tattoo and shit. But hey, look, I like if you know how to fight and back it up. Fuck it, I don't mind. You can talk all the shit you want.
I wish Bubba was still in Bellator because they kept calling each other out on Twitter. That would have been a very interesting fight.
I would, but you know what? I can't wait to see that kid versus AJ McKee.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
yeah.
Cause you know what the fuck's gonna happen?
I think McKee's gonna beat him.
Probably, but Poha, who would be more fun to see against McKee? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if Bellator is smart, they'll hold them off.
no, it'll be a minute. But I'm saying once
Yeah.
once they put those two, because they sowing the seeds right now. I think that's
AJ
gonna be
McKee's
nice.
A prodigy. His biggest
Yeah.
problem right now is overlooking people.
Yeah.
You know, he sometimes doesn't think that these guys. You know, when you're in there, anybody can get caught.
Yeah.
Anybody
I'm
can
glad
get caught.
that Bellator is starting to like be able to put on fights that we can get that the casual fan could get excited about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like before, it used to be only us like who is
hardcore,
digging
still is hardcore,
digging in the
though.
crates. No, but it's getting more and more that you're starting to have recognizable names that didn't came out of the UFC to that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's
I like-
MVP.
Yeah.
There's the Pitbull brothers.
Yeah. By the way, we don't have to hear hashtag.
MVP, the People Brothers. There's Liam.
Yeah, McGeary.
But who else?
I don't know. I'm saying, but now they starting. It's starting. You know, you have Michael Chandler. Look, I would
Chandler,
put
right.
I would
Yep,
put
yep,
Michael
yep.
Chandler against anybody in that weight class. The UFC.
I wish they would have kept Ben Askren.
Yeah, you know.
There's a guy who
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but he's getting older,
Yeah.
and the older he gets, it's like anything
Nobody
else.
wants to fight that guy, but you know, I understand. Whatever, it's a business. I don't know.
I hear some just from his teammates that
Yeah.
he just manhandles people.
Nobody want to fight that guy. I mean, you know, and you know, the UFC felt like they didn't want to take him
I
on.
heard, and this is allegedly, that ONE FC was giving him $100,000 a fight. So
Okay.
you know, you get $100,000 to fight easier guys, or you go to the UFC and you start at 20-20. 20. I mean,
Fuck
what
that.
are you going to take?
Yeah. You know what the answer to that? You know,
So I mean, you can't blame him.
I don't blame him at all.
At the same time, you can't really make the claim that you're the best in the
Whatever.
world.
Who gives a fuck? I had to be, you know, have some fucking money at the end of the day.
You would do that?
Yeah, I've already did
you-
that.
you-
Have you seen
even-
me in the UFC?
Even if the upside was okay, like, because the most I think he's going to make is 100.
I may
100 a fight.
Let me tell you something.
versus-
I may die. I may go to my gravy without ever to fighting in the UFC. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm also gonna go down in history as one of the most important fight of the ever.
Yeah.
The most George Washington Carver of Valley Trudeau.
George Washington Carver.
Well, whatever, either one. Or what was the one Boston Market had the same Carvers or something?
Hello?
Alan Jouban.
What up, man?
Why
up, man?
why you took so long to answer the phone?
Man, I was passed out on the couch.
Oh man,
So,
you're
I'm
gonna
here-
be passed out on my couch if you're not careful.
Now you were supposed to. You said you were going to come 2 to 4. We made the podcast because of you.
You know how many plan I canceled to came here?
Renato kept saying, "Is Alan going to be there? Is Alan going to be there?" He kept asking me, but he was not going to come if you weren't going to be there. I told him yes, and now you're making me look dumb. What's going on, Alan?
Who's there today, man? They got Renato and
it's
you.
me
and you two.
It's me surrounded by bums. And I told them if I'm gonna came here, I want somebody who at least know what I'm go through on what I've been through, some of the trial and tribulation,
Right.
And also who's maybe I don't always want to be the best look guy in the fucking home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It looks like I'm trying to stack it up. People always saying like, Hanach, why you always taking picture? Everybody you take a picture with, you always the best looking guy. It's look like I'm only hang out with ugly guys to build myself up. Or also losers
a lot of girls
who's
do
not
that.
success.
A lot of girls do that. I feel like it actually comes with the phone. Those pictures.
Yeah, like I'm hang out with journeyman comedians and guys who never got laid before.
So Alan, what happened? How come you couldn't make it?
Man, wrestling, man. Did some wrestling at Black House today, and Kenny Johnson, man,
Man.
he likes these long wrestling classes sometimes. I mean, we're working on some good stuff. We're getting ready for my fight.
Man.
So we're doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and sprawl, defense. I mean, getting up from sprawl, scrambles, things like that. And long story short, man, it was a 3-hour practice. By the time I got back from Gardena, I mean, it was like 2 o'clock by the time I got home, and I just had to do a little bit of recovery on the body after that session.
Man, and me and Kenny was cooking catfish.
Yeah, no.
We was frying up some catfish.
Now you're fighting Gunnar Nelson in England, right?
Yeah, it's going to be in London.
In London. And when is this fight?
March 18th, so yeah, it's
Oh, shit, that's
after
soon.
this weekend's fight, it's going to be 2 more weeks.
Oh shit, that's very soon.
Now Gunnar has looked really good his last couple fights. The one fight he got destroyed was by Damian Maia. Now, how does that help you watching that fight?
To be honest, man, I didn't even watch that fight, because Damian Maia's on a whole other level when it comes to grappling.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I'm not really trying to grapple him,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to out grapple Gunnar. I'm just trying to play the percentage game and put the the percentage is in my favor. On the feet striking, and then if we go to the ground, stay out of any dangerous spots, get back up, and make them pay.
Now, my philosophy with you, people ask me about this fight, and I always feel like you have the talent, you have the stuffs, that intestinal what is it? To beat anybody in that division. The question for me is, I feel like when I saw the Chumanov fight of Gunnar, I feel like he used that style of Josh Thompson style striking, and I want to make sure. I said, if Alan is bringing the high guys into the camp to emulate that style, because it's not the grappling I'm worried about, even though he's a great grappler. I want that to not be anything new in there. I want you to be fighting with all the guys who did that same shit.
Did you say Josh Thompson?
Sorry, my oh my God, Wonder Boy. I'm sorry. Never mind Josh Thompson. I was talking about why I can't think of his fucking Stephen Thompson. Sorry. You understand?
Yeah, I know. I completely agree, Renato. I've got the best, man. I mean, if I'm trying to emulate a karate type style, I kind of looked at what I had at my disposal, and the Machida brothers, man. I'm friends with the Machidas. They've been great training partners for me in the past, and vice versa. So I give them a call. We've been meeting once a week at the Machida Academy, and
beautiful
and sparring. I've been sparring both of them, man. I go a couple rounds with Lyoto. I go a couple rounds with Shinzo, back and forth. So
nice.
I'm getting both looks, because Lyoto's a southpaw and Shinzo's an orthodox, and obviously one's a 185er and one's a 55er. So they give me some great looks, man. I'm getting some good looks from both angles on the blitzes and that karate style.
Have they taken a look at that last fight, which I feel was Gunnar's best performance?
Yeah. They studied some of the footage, and like whenever you have a training partner helping you train specifically for a style, they want to emulate that style so much, but they still want to be themselves. You know what I mean? Like I don't want my training partner to try to be Gunnar, because they're not going to be the best them. I'd rather Shinzo do what Shinzo does best, and then now and then throw in some looks that emulate Gunnar. So that's what they've been doing. They've been doing what they do best. Yeah. And then just having to deal with that, their blitzes, and they're so hard to hit, man. As soon as you move an inch forward, they move back a foot.
It's like fencing almost.
It gives me a lot of good looks.
Did you watch the Rick Story Gunnar fight?
Absolutely. I think that was one of the best fights to watch when you're fighting Rick Story, because for me, Rick Story is a southpaw, as am I, and that was a 5-round fight. So there was 25 minutes of footage for me to watch. Gunnar lost that fight, and you were able to see what Rick Story did best to win that fight, and that was stuff the takedowns, get back to his feet on the scrambles, and then make Gunnar pay in the striking department.
I don't remember Gunnar even trying to take down Tumanov until he had him hurt.
Yeah, it was weird, man. Like when that fight got announced, I thought Tumanov was going to knock Gunnar's head off.
That's why I was. Yeah,
and then Gunnar went out there and outstruck Tumanov for the most part. He was landing some really quick strikes, and I think Tumanov was kind of shocked by it. He was kind of.
I think he was
kind of shocked that Gunnar was going to go in there and kind of outstrike him with those quick blitzes.
Yeah, and with hands down.
Once he kind of hurt him, then he took the takedown and took his back.
Yeah.
So how did this fight take place? I mean, did they give you a list of people, and you said you wanted Gunnar the most, or did they just offer you Gunnar? How did that happen?
Man, it came out of nowhere, and I was pleasantly surprised. But I've been lobbying for a while, as you guys know. Like I've been telling the UFC, I don't want to fight sideways anymore. I'm tired of fighting random guys. I didn't want to just fight somebody and win and then not move up in the rankings. So I told him I wanted a big name or a ranked opponent or something that had some type of something enticing, like a co-main event or a main event. And I got all three of those. I got a number 9 ranked guy with a good name and a co-main event.
Where you hanked that?
What's that?
What Hank they gave you now?
Oh.
What the fuck you laughing about?
I'm
What they gave you over there after the training? Some natural medicine to calm you fucking nerves?
Man,
You better eat some more. Some more of that gumbo.
They screwed me with the Hankings. The Hankings are crap outside of the top 15. So I went undefeated last year. I won 3 in a row, and I'm ranked at like 29.
What?
That's ridiculous.
So I was just asking for like a top 15 guy. Give me number 15 or number 14. That way I could start working my path towards the belt. And Gunnar's ranked number 9, and they gave me Gunnar. So
well, it's a great fight for you, man. I mean, I'm so happy for you. I know that your wife is this beautiful Thai woman, and a lot of fighters say no sex for a month out. But Thai girls can be very needy and very aggressive.
Yeah.
So are you able to kind of curb that?
The no sex thing, that was proven wrong.
Yeah.
And so I definitely have lots of sex, but but I think the only time that I kind of cut back on that is fight week. Fight week, I feel like I'm gone anyway most of the time with my team. But fight week, there's something I don't think scientifically sex would hurt your performance in any way. But you know how it is. You know how it is, Adam. Like when you don't have sex for a long.
Yeah. You get angry and yeah.
No, I'm joking, man.
I know how he's asked Adam. He didn't ask you Uncle Henach.
Of course.
Because your Uncle Henach don't know what the fuck that is.
I thought about going there, but yeah.
Exactly. But, speaking of that, I was recently at your wife's birthday party, and, I noticed a lot of women was taken by me, and probably you got a lot of comments in your email and stuff asking, well, who was that guy, or the ones who know is he still single? But how did that?
Was Alan's wife looking at you or no?
No. Of course she wouldn't look at me. She don't have any feelings. She's not, anymore. She don't see a beautiful, gorgeous, honey brown, good looking, perfect body, baby brown eyes. She's blind to that.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. You, I gotta say, man, I appreciate you coming to the birthday party, Renato. I know you have quite the schedule. Yeah, I appreciate you coming, and the girls were kind of taken by you, man. You kind of gracefully made your way throughout the party, and had conversations with all of them. It seemed like.
Well, I'm trying to just spread my seed, like Johnny Appleseed.
Right.
Only I'm Johnny Laranja.
Now, was it a bunch of models there?
It was a mixed party, I think. I had some models, some fighters, some. It was a Hollywood crowd, I guess you could say.
It was a nice mix.
Was Eddie Jackson there?
Eddie Jacks was there. I always have shout out to Eddie Jacks. I always have a good time with that guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy after my own heart.
Yeah.
I had my man Zach. He's a magician and a comedian, and he came and did some magic for everybody. It was pretty good, man.
He did.
Oh, nice.
I missed that one.
The magic castle and everything.
But I missed that one because I was busy doing pulling some stuffs out of a couple of those the ladies and showing them some magic tricks.
You were doing your own magic.
Yeah.
Nice. Now
I think I invited Adam. Did I invite you?
You did invite me. I think I was in Vegas or something. I couldn't be there. I really did want to go though. Now you've been training with Tony Ferguson, who Renato is convinced has this fight over Khabib. Tell us about Tony.
Tony is about as unconventional as you can get, man. He came and trained with me a couple times, and then I went out to Costa Mesa, trained with him a few times, and you don't know what you're going to get when you train with Tony. I get out there and I bring all my gear, all my bags, because I don't know if we're going to spar. I bring my wrestling shoes in case we do some grappling. And we do none of that, man. He does the craziest shit. He just likes to kind of flow and find a rhythm and do movements and kind of he's really big into kind of flowing and drilling, but he doesn't really like to go live. Didn't do a lot of live. He didn't do a lot of sparring at all or a lot of live drills, which is good because it keeps him healthy. He's not getting injuries or anything like that. But it's different than how I spar. I'm used to have my coaches. I listen to what we're working that day, and we drill. Then we'll do some, live rolling or spar the next day or something like that. But he does none of that, man, and it's worked greatly for Tony, man.
He's a strange
it was
cat,
weird
man.
for me coming in though. What's that?
He's a strange cat. I've sat there and heard his philosophy, his rantings, and his interesting like talking about. It's almost like hearing like a creative, like an artist, a painter, or something talking about. He's just he's very different way of thinking about shit. It's interesting to see.
He's really, I could tell he's really in the zone, you know, and I get it. I get there too. He's closer to his fight than me, obviously. I mean, he's fighting this weekend, but when we were training together the last 2 weeks or so ago, he was very much homed in. He was in tune, zoned in for the fight because like everything we did, man, like you said, he was like interesting. He just was in his own world constantly. One thing about Tony, man, when you train with him, he doesn't like to take breaks, you know. Where I usually go like, you know, a hard 5-minute round and then take a 1-minute break. He would rather just constantly move, kind of have that active rest for an hour straight. He likes to just kind of flow, continually move. And, yeah, man, it's done well for him. It's going to be, Khabib is going to be a tough fight, man. But I'll tell you what, I thought, what's his name, JDR? Or
Junior Dos Anjos.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a tough fight for Tony, but Tony killed it in that fight, man. So I got Tony in this fight as well, man.
Well, I can't wait, man. Look, your card, March 18th in England. It's Gunnar Nelson, Alan Jouban, also Jimmy Manoa versus Corey Anderson is on this card.
Ooh, well, okay.
Brad Pickett is taking on Briones. Amir Khani, who actually came on the podcast and got a blowjob.
He did?
While talking to us. Yes.
Wait. He came on the podcast and then he came on the podcast?
No, he was talking to us while a girl was sucking, like you heard.
Exactly.
During the interview.
Wow, good for that guy.
So he's fighting Arnold Allen from England.
Who?
Joe Duffy is taking on Reza Madadi.
Oh, I like Joe Duffy. I know Joe Duffy. He's a Laranjino.
Oh, Duffy, yeah.
And,
Joe Duffy is a big Laranjino.
And Reza's the guy that went to jail for stealing purses or something, right?
Hey, you got to make money somehow.
And then Tim Johnson's on that card, who is Tim Johnson. It looks like Don Fry and. It looks like Don Fry and
that fucking guy. I like that guy.
Tim works at a strip club during the day.
I like that guy.
He also is an Uber driver.
He looked like a cop.
Yeah, he looks like Dan Severn and Fry had a baby.
He looked like an old timey, I don't know, butcher or like
Daniel Almacolix. I don't know who that guy. I just butchered his name.
A Westworld robot.
He looked intriguing.
And then Tom Breeze is fighting Bang Bus.
Oh, yo. Tom Breeze is not to be trifled with.
Yeah.
Tom Breeze is the heel deal. Even though he lost the EBI to that fat piece of shit, Vinny Margalesh, who was cheated probably.
Yep.
Tom Breeze, I'm a big fan. Look out for Tom Breezy because he's very good
and Brett
fighter.
Johns, who's been on our podcast, he's fighting Ian Entwistle, who's won every single fight by heel hook.
I think I've seen this guy.
He beat, what's his name?
You mean Gary Chonin?
No, the guy with the wife who's been on our show.
The guy with the wife.
Anthony Burchak. He beat Burchak.
For heel?
Yeah, by heel hook.
Yeah.
He's won every single fight by heel hook.
Oh, no shit.
That's all he does. He just keeps going for heel
Why you
hooks.
got to bring up Anthony Burchak? He lost.
I'm just telling you.
I like him.
Yes, I like him too. He actually got cut by the UFC. I don't understand why.
Well, a lot of guys. Look, if Lorenz Lark.
I didn't even know he got cut. Yeah, I mean, until recently, it was like it came out of nowhere.
How about this? How about this? That they didn't hetain Lorenz Larkin. What kind of sense that makes, Alan Jouban?
Yeah, I was confused by that one, but he was kind of in contract negotiations. You know, his contract was up. They didn't renew it, and I think he was kind of testing the market, and then after a couple months of that, it seemed that they released him or they took him off the roster. So I don't know what happened with that, man, but I didn't hear that Bellator acquired him, so I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Maybe he's going to go to BEC on that show, The Iron Hang.
And then,
but that young blood, I think it was a conspiracy like on Chiron Woodley. They don't want to pay that young black brother.
And also Lena Landsberg, the girl who fought Cyborg.
Who's Cyborg?
Cyborg, Lena Landsberg.
Why you say Cyborg? You pronounce a lot of the fucking names in a special way.
Her nickname is Elbow Queen.
Wow.
She's fighting Veronica Macedo from Venezuela.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the Elbow Queen. But you say a lot of names fucked up. You say Yoel Homero instead of Yoel.
Isn't it Yoel?
You say Yoel. He's not Jewish, okay? You think it's like, Saul, Yoel. It's Yoel. And then you would probably call Saul Canelo Alvarez. You probably call him Saul.
Yeah, he's fighting Chavez Jr. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean Chavez is very good, but not. I don't feel like he have the power that Canelo is going to bring to that.
Well, listen, Alan Jouban is fighting. I can't wait for this fight. When are you going to England? So Saturday, March 18th is the fight. When do you arrive in England?
Yeah, I'm going to get there, or I'm leaving here on Sunday the 12th, so that puts us there on Monday. I'm pretty much going 1 day earlier than normal, but I'll get there on Monday, fight on Saturday, come home on Sunday.
Are you taking your wife with you?
Hell no.
No, man, I normally don't. I usually go up there with just the team. I like to be there with the guys and just be completely focused. Just having your family, your son, your wife. You also you unconsciously you start doing the husband and daddy duties. But when you're just there solo, you concentrate only on the fight. So that's how I like it.
Yeah, that part is worse than the sex. That's going to drain your energy. Hey, daddy, give me this. I want to see that. I want to see the fucking Piccadilly Circus. I want to go, and the wife got to go to the other fucking place and go, leave me the fuck alone. Stay home and cook some tom kakai or some yum kum kum kum. You know what I'm saying?
Because she's tied? Is that what
whatever.
Makes?
They got to season that one for a long time. She can work on that. They use that sizzling pot, that one,
How's your dog doing, Alan?
Buster's good, man.
Yeah, Buster was trying to.
I'm looking to maybe adopt another dog, though. I'm trying to find like a bulldog rescue because
that's a better way.
Bulldog, but I need to do a rescue in this one, so I'm looking around.
Let me tell you something. You need to do something. You need to give him some sedatives next time I come over there because he was trying to attack my fucking dog.
Was he really?
Yeah, I brought my doggy because I like to bring my dog wherever I can. And he let that dog out for a piss, and then he forgot. I don't know. The dog came in, fucking barreling at my like Warren Sapp. He looked like that. He's a huge bulldog and was trying to kill my beautiful doggy.
He's about 90 pounds overweight, by the way, people. He was sleeping on the rug.
Yeah.
Alan lifted up his legs and put him like 15 feet away. He did not even wake up. I couldn't believe it. But then somebody steals Alan's bike. They break into his house. Yeah. Dog does nothing. He didn't even attack the guy.
If the guy was a cute little female dog like mine, he would have He would have took his fucking throat out. He would have took his trachea out immediately.
Renato shows up at my party and he brings his wild Brazilian street dog.
Hey, listen, that's a pure hat terrier corgi mix, and she's very gorgeous and beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was a good pup. He didn't get along with Buster, my bulldog, too well. Yeah, Buster was trying to bully him. I don't know what was.
Well, it's a girl too. Mine is a girl, so he's a gay.
Oh well, yeah, that's probably what it is. Was she fixed?
No, she is fixed, but he's probably gay because he's intimidated by women.
Yeah, probably. Well, listen, Alan, go back to sleep, man. Thank you for coming on the podcast. Good luck, man. We'll have you on the show as soon as you get that victory over Gunnar.
Yeah, and if you want to give me part of your purse, I can be persuaded to come out there to Jolly or London, okay?
I don't know if I could afford your rate, but let's talk later.
We can talk about that one.
Now, Alan, if you win, when you win, will you give MMA Roasted a shout-out or Renato a shout-out?
The answer is he's going to forget. He gets so hyped. He's like...
I mean, last time you gave a shout-out to Fashion Week. Can you at least give us a shout-out?
Yeah, that was a bit of a missed opportunity there.
Of course.
I will try. I will do it. I tell you what, though, Renato, I've been wearing... Renato gave me one of his... Renato Laranja fruit and vegetable rash guards.
Well, that's the least you could do.
I'm wearing it a lot, man.
Yeah.
Pretty good rash guard.
Well, listen, when he's gonna forget when he do the fucking thing in the after party at the in the cage interview, because he's out of breath and he sounds like a fucking Cajun Mark Wahlberg. He's like, man, I was so scared of that, man. It's like, man, I fucking didn't know if he was gonna punch her. I had heart and I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
It sounds just like him, man. Listen,
and we were going to fish.
Thanks a lot, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Always a pleasure, guys. Take care.
All right, the pleasure is yours. Yeah.
That was Alan Jouban. I feel like he's ready.
You're not my fucking striking coach.
I feel like he's ready. From Boogie Nights?
You're not the fucking boss to me.
I feel like he's ready.
I feel like, well, we see. He better get ready. He better be ready for that awkward movements of that style.
Yeah.
If that's nothing new to him when he gets in there, he have answers for that shit. He's gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
You know, but you gotta prepare for that shit. It would be like if Chiron, waiting for a Wonder Boy.
That's why I fucking like
and didn't
like
deal
Johnny
with
Hendricks
that.
did. Like Johnny Hendricks.
Holy
when he wanted to get
shit.
Wonder Boy. He's just like, I'll just wrestle him.
But wrestling versus point karate is.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
That's not what I said. It's not what I meant. That's not what I
don't
meant.
know nothing.
I don't know anything.
You've been busy fighting children, teaching children yoga and wrestling. I've been out there fighting. I've been out there fighting the streets.
Base for MMA.
Yeah,
Usually
I've been fighting out in the streets. Okay.
Okay.
Bare knuckle.
Did you hear about the new fights that were made today?
Oh, God.
Number 1, Claudia versus Carolina.
Good fight.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay.
Number 2, Damian Maia and Jorge Masvidal.
Ooh, good fight.
I already heard about that. Yeah. Hey, look, man.
If Masvidal can get past Maia,
if Maia gets his meat hooks on you,
Yeah,
it's pretty much you can forget about it.
he's like the Khabib of the 170 pound division.
I mean, look, let's
Even
put it
better,
to you this
actually,
way.
than
Let's put it to you
submissive.
this way. I mean, of course, Masvidal's striking is light years
But that's
ahead,
an insult to Maia. They should just give Maia the winner of Woodley Wonderboy.
Right.
which I thought was the deal. But you know what? This is a fight that's exciting.
They don't want Maia to be champion.
They don't.
They don't want a
This is
Brazilian
true.
guy who
They
doesn't
always
speak,
against
doesn't
Brazil.
speak English, who does grappling.
He's speaking English.
Okay, doesn't okay, but all right. But I'm saying I've never heard him speak English before. Maybe I'm sure he does speak somewhat of English, but they want Wonder Boy to be the champion. Even
Of course.
they want a exciting karate guy who knocks people out and does. spinning
Also,
wheel
he's
kicks.
white. He looked like Abercrombie on Finch.
Yeah,
He have
right.
like that kind of Tom Brady style. You know what I mean? Hey, I like that guy. He remind me, because in these sports, you always want a guy to do good that look like you, and in the fighting sports, and also in football, basketball, it's hard for white people these days, because you don't see nobody, it's always such a hair treat when you can have a white guy that's doing stuff.
That's true. All right,
for the white people out there.
So what do you have coming up, Renato?
Well, God, I mean, if I think about all the shit that I got coming up, it's too much. We're gonna be here all day. We could have started the top of the podcast. But one of the stuffs I have coming, I got a lot. I was not hitchhired, but I took a hiatus from the seminars and stuff because I fucking can't stand I'm constant every time on the planes and all that bullshit. So I took that got played out for a minute. Now I'm
Good
getting
money though, right?
Yeah, that's nice, and I like that. I like money, but sometimes if I can't enjoy any myself, is get burnt out. Okay, so but now I'm invigorate. I'm fresh, and I've done a lot. I'm starting to set up some more seminars and shit like that, and I've got a couple coming up here, and so. The way I remember this is I look on Instagram, which is Renato _Laranja. Okay. But right now I'm going to do you the favor of looking at that one myself. So you didn't have to look that one up. So I got one coming up, in San Diego, which is going to be at 10 Planet San Diego. Okay. And you can go to the 10 Planet San Diego website and book that one.
When is that?
That's going to be April 8th. April 8th, okay? And it's going to be the 1 p.m., okay? And don't fucking forget it. And then on the other one, we're going to be at, where is that one? We're going to be in the Chicago area. In fact, that one's going to be even before that one. That's going to be in March. It's going to be Sunday, March 26th in Lombard, Illinois, which is a suburb area of Chicago. So our Chicago area, BJJ schools and strip clubs and whatever kind of people is fan of your Uncle Henach. Look, you don't even have to participate. You can sit there and just soak me in and look at what and listen to what I'm talking about. Take some of the knowledge. Or afterward, we can hang out. We can go back to my hotel. So think about that too. So you can look on there, and it's gonna be 10 Planet Lombard. Okay, and that's 12 noon Sunday, March 26th. porra caralho. And that's, you can go chantplanetlombard.com to pre-register on there. Okay, so, hey, aside from that, I want you to go to get a Jitsmoji. I want you to download that one. You're going to get a lot of jiu-jitsu and training-related emojis on there, along with several of your Uncle Henach little characters on there. I've told you the virtues of that one. And then you can also, great news, the biggest news of probably ever on the podcast. You can talk about your blue apron and your whatever the else fuck you want to talk about. But stormkimono.com has finally opened the Henach store at Storm Kimono.
Nice.
So you can go there. There's a separate thing. Everybody else on there, the whole team, you can find their stuffs, but only one have his separate own shit on there. It's a whole category. It says Henach.
Right.
And you can go there. You can get your beloved Renato Nose / fruits and vegetables shirt. And you can also get that one-of-a-kind fruits and veg Renato Nose hash guard, and you can also get some stickers there. And then we're going to be updating and adding limited edition stuffs, and we even in the works talking about a kimono that people have been begging for the last fucking 10 years from your Uncle Henach. So it's a lot of exciting stuffs happening in Henach world, okay? You know, aside from the fucking podcast that I gotta be on here. Okay, but anyway, and I love to all my fans, and I hear all the people starting to say now I can finally to listen to MMA hosts because you're on there, and I hear the stuffs about getting hit of, you know, whatever the other guys, and I appreciate those comments when people say just take away the CB Gold, get rid of the Adam Hunch and the Heather Clarks. You know,
that's very nice of you.
Yeah.
By the way, Rashad Evans just sent us a thing saying that prove you wrong as far as tell that you don't know your movie trivia.
What he sent?
He said Jim Kelly played Williams.
Yeah, no shit.
And I don't know.
You dummy.
That's what
that was never the question. He's even dumb like you.
He said to brush up on your movie.
He's
game.
even dumb like you. If anybody can rewind the tape, I said, is Jim Kelly in Enter the Dragon?
That's just what he said.
No, listen.
Yes.
But the line he said was, you know, Chinese spare ribs and all that.
Right.
And that was from Return of the Dragon, which was before the one that takes place in Italy, where he fight, listen to me, where he fight Chuck Norris. And I said that black guy in that movie is not Jim Kelly. It's a no-name motherfucker. Okay?
All
And
right.
anybody in the audience, if you want, and also how much you want to bet? You want to put your money where your
Just
mouth
telling
is?
you what he wrote. All right, so are you
Exactly.
Anything else you have coming up?
Probably a lot of more stuff, but I'll let you to talk.
Joe, anything coming up?
I can just listen to my podcast,
Oh.
Weendawg Radio.
What is it called?
So Weendawg Radio.
Oh, Weenie Doggy.
Weendawg Radio.
It's one of
Go.
the hottest podcasts out right now.
In what sense?
I mean, like,
People set themselves on fire. Go on.
you could also watch my YouTube channel, Weendawg TV.
You have what kind of stuff you see on that Weendawg TV?
I just put a bunch of like weird, scary videos, creepy videos.
Creepy video of yourself?
No, just like top like Sasquatch videos. You know.
You put that you provide only the top Sasquatch videos?
Yeah, just the top ones.
I can't wait to that one. I can't wait.
You follow me on
They're gonna
Twitter.
love you in the Pacific Northwest.
Exactly. You know, love Sasquatch. You can follow me on Twitter, the Weendawg. Same thing on Instagram. No big deal. The Weendawg.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That's good? Okay. All right. I will be at the Dime Bar Comedy Club every
Sweet,
Monday and
sweet
Tuesday.
fucking Jesus.
In Las Vegas, at the this Wednesday night, I'll be at the Stratosphere. Me and Dean Thomas doing comedy at the Stratosphere.
Oh, you are?
Next Monday.
Why you didn't told us about this before?
Next Monday.
You,
at the Dime.
Gene Chalmers, and fucking Mike Pyle at the
No,
Stratosphere?
Pyle's not going to be on the show.
Oh, okay, wow.
Tuesday at the Irvine Improv. Tuesday at Improv. Wednesday at the Venice Underground.
You know what's
Thursday-
more depressed than the names of the places that you play at? Is the amount of chimes and the amount of weeks before, months before
Okay, well, people
that you
need to know
start.
that. Thursday, Venice, California, March 8th. March 9th, Long Beach Laugh Factory. And then Saturday, March 11th, Pico Rivera at the Iguana Lounge.
Even the best.
I'm at the
Pico Rivera, the Iguana Lounge.
Calgary, California, Calgary, Canada. I'm at the Comedy Cave, March 14th to the 19th.
That's the name of the place, Pico Rivera, the Iguana Lounge?
The Iguana Lounge.
But why is Pico Rivera part of that?
That's the name of the place. It's in Pico Rivera. I'm giving the town of it's in. I'm at the Comedy Palace, March 24th, 25th in San Diego. 2 shows a night. And then I am Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, March 5th. April 5th to the 9th. I'm at the Carolina Comedy Club.
They're selling like hotcakes, ladies and gentlemen. Get them while you can.
And then I'm at Stanford and Sons in Kansas City. Kansas City, the week of the fight. That's the April 15th week. And then in Tulsa, Oklahoma, April 26th.
Oh, God, I can't wait to hear what they got at Tulsa, Oklahoma.
29th at the Looney Bin Comedy Club in Tulsa,
Only
Oklahoma.
the finest.
So, yeah, guys, hopefully I'll see you guys at a comedy club soon. Thank you guys very much. You can get an MMA Roasted t-shirt off the internet, off AdamHunter.com, as well as putting out the first night does not make you a slut, it makes you a team player t-shirts. And don't smoke pot and drive, it will ruin your high t-shirts.
What other stuff they have at AdamHunter.com?
It has all my videos and stuff.
Does it have a list of you gigs that are coming up?
Yes.
So people are good. Heaven forbid that they didn't heard your litany of every gig you're doing for the next 3 years.
Yes,
but they can also look it up on your
we
fucking
are on Tip
website.
of Fighters. If you like the podcast, tip us at tipafighter.com.
And also, don't forget,
Tip a fighter.
just because your Uncle Henach ain't active on the UFC right now, he's still a fighter, and you can fucking do a tips for the podcast over here. I'm working for peanuts over here. I gotta pay. I got a lot of fucking stuff I still gotta buy. You gotta keep your Uncle Henach alive if you want him to still be doing this shit.
Thank you guys so much. Take care and have a great week.
Yeah, ciao.